everyone.
The question now is, Alec, and I guess we'll only know going forward in the following week, are the Pacers going to be able to take what they've done in the play-in tournament and apply it to the further regular season? Hell, you could say the same thing about the LA Lakers, who are undefeated in this play-in tournament so far, but they're 8-9 in games outside the play-in tournament.
This playing tournament would encourage teams to take regular season games more seriously down the stretch. If you're the Lakers, they're following that mantra in the in-season tournament and seeing that there's something worth fighting for.
We hope that that continues to be the case because it's been fun to watch these teams play at this type of level. Again, we got the game today, and then Alec and I will be here about 8:30 Eastern on the Saturday time on the ABC tip-off. And between the Pacers and then whoever wins this, between the Pelicans and the Lakers. Now, I know the Suns made us sweat a little bit, but we did get the Lakers prediction right on that side of it. And Kevin Durant was awfully close to sending the game into OT. But I'm going to go ahead and double down tonight. I think the Los Angeles Lakers will be in the finals.
And I would share that same prediction with you, John. The Lakers, they look like the best team in the tournament, bar none. We know about the Bucks being one of the most dangerous teams. We thought the same thing about the Celtics. Well, look what happened. The Pacers, they've been a machine offensively in and throughout. You can argue that the Pacers may be the toughest test for the Lakers. And it's an arguable case, but the Suns did make their case. But mistakes by the Suns have forced them into making multiple errors. And that was big credit because of the Lakers' defense. If you look at the Lakers, they have a winning formula on the Suns. They need to have one for the Pacers.
They do. And again, just for the starting lineups that are all confirmed, it's CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Herbert Jones, Zion Williamson, and Jonas Valanciunas. For the Pelicans, the Bowling Green squad are 12-10 on the year. And for the Lakers, are 13-9, head coached by Darvin Ham. It's D'Angelo Russell, Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Larry Nance Jr. and Matt Ryan will not play for the Pelicans, and Gabe Vincent is out for the Lakers.
And there we have it. The Red Wings have broken this deadlock. It is a 5-4 hockey game, back and forth.
I don't think my heart can take it, Mr. Alec Nava, but here we go. 2 points is 2 points. It's the winnable games in the schedule. Just find a way to get it done, please.
I believe it is Dylan Larkin getting the goal. The hometown kid.
Man, and I think on the other side for the Sharks, I think Nico Sturm didn't have a single goal in this season. He's got 2 in this game as well. So Larkin, the captaincy, getting it done. Hopefully the Wings can hold on.
Yeah, I feel good for Sturm getting his first 2 goals of the year after being held out the score sheet for the first 20-something games. But Dylan Larkin with a one-touch speed, receiving it right down for the left side, and then firing it from the same place Chris Kunitz scored that double overtime goal against Ottawa in 2017. Thing of beauty.
And I'm looking on the other side, too, as far as the Atlantic and what matters. The Maple Leafs have a 2-goal lead on the Sens. So the Maple Leafs have 2 games in hand of the Red Wings. They'd have to win both. But we're going to get set here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. I've been there once to watch the Golden Knights and the Red Wings, and now it's the host of this semifinal in the play-in tournament. So Alec's going to take the first and the third in this. I'll take the second and the fourth, and then we will switch off. He will close out our final tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, this is going to be a fun time, John. Of course it is. At T-Mobile Arena, the place where the Golden Knights hoisted their first Stanley Cup. And we do have a crossover event between ESPN and TNT. Reggie Miller was on ESPN, and now Doc Rivers will be on TNT. Normally they will work for the companies that they usually work for. Reg with TNT, Doc with ESPN. But this is a nice crossover event.
Yeah, everybody's been able to give their perspectives for those that normally don't see it. Again, TNT usually carries the bulk of the coverage on all this stuff, but ESPN's done a good job. And it was nice to get Reggie in the booth because I'll just be honest with you, Alec, ESPN doesn't have as good of announcers. They could use somebody like Reggie Miller.
Oh, I'll be honest with you. You know, we all know about Mike Breen,
sure,
and JJ Redick, everyone. Plus, the last 2 announcers, Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson, the layoffs are has me feeling heartbroken about. JVG and Mark Jackson.
I agree with you on that side. It's definitely an absence that's felt. This court certainly has some interesting colors, but nothing's going to clash on that end. And you get to watch LeBron again, who just had 31 and 5 steals the other day. Is he going to have another 30-point performance? Who's going to guard him? Who's going to guard Zion? How's Anthony Davis going to do? These will be your burning questions going into the game.
If I'm the Pelicans, I would say I would put either one of Zion or Herb Jones on LeBron. If you want to get a wing side defender to go one-on-one with the best player on the other team, I'd say Herb Jones would be that guy. He's known for a reputation of defense and has been making life hell for opponents. I don't know how he doesn't have an all-pro first defensive team.
We will see, because I really like his game as well. Alec gets set to take it away, my friend. This should be fun.
All right. First quarter set to go, and immediately here's the king as he draws the end one on the layup.
He gets right back to where he started again. You get an entry pass. I mean, he caught it within 5 feet. You know he's going to score there.
Because he always does in this area. That's his strength. That's his go-to throughout his career. He's basically automatic from that area. He gets set 40 and 1. 31 points, 11 dimes, 5 assists, 8 rebounds against the Suns. What a night it's been 2 nights ago as he converts the and 1. So SAP button that gets the telecast onto Spanish on the TNT broadcast. Zion on for Ingram, facing off against his old team, matched up by Prince. Ingram to the rack, ain't denied by the ex-Pelican Anthony Davis. As the Lakers move it back up the other way, D'Lo goes inside and lays it in. Defense to offense, how sweet it is.
And Alec, that's what we saw in the first quarter in our previous game against the Suns. Can the Lakers do it again? It's a good start.
Oh, Ingram nearly lost. Here's McCollum open, free, too far there. But saved by Jones. Jones kicks out from McCollum. He'll try again. Second time's a charm. CJ McCollum gets New Orleans on the board.
That's what they need, the outside shooting. We talked about that going into the previous game. They can do that. They can make it even against the Lakers.
Phoenix Suns that had a lot of those against the Lakers here, but here's Cam Reddish. There's a taste of New Orleans, his own medicine there. Cam Reddish from Hollywood.
It's good to see that because he brings a defensive effort and intensity. He gets some extra points. That's good for LA.
You want to tire them out as much as you can on the offensive side and force the Pelicans defense to really work for it. Zion, he's going to move to the arc and kick right out for Ingram. Takes the free, now takes the mid-range shot, double rimmed out to rebound from LA, but his pass is intercepted by Jones, seeing this all the way as D'Lo tries to Jose Alvarado sneaky steal right on the Pelicans. And it didn't go. Pelicans. The Lakers wanted to go. Well, I guess they know so much about it. Inside for Valanciunas. He's double teamed and it's stripped loose by LeBron. Out of bounds this goes. New Orleans keeps with 5 to shoot.
Well, it's a slow start for the Pelicans there. When I do see Zion on the left side wing for 3, I kind of wonder what he's doing out there. I haven't really seen him shoot like that since he's been a rookie.
Ingram double team. He kicks out for Valanciunas too far on the mid-range shot. And they'll have to give up a defensive rebound because they ran out of time on the shot clock. Here's D'Lo. McCollum on a screen from AD. D'Lo double team through contact. He's got it. Well, there was no contact, but that was tight coverage by McCollum. But nonetheless, the Lakers, the first 2 double digits, and we're not even 3 minutes in.
That's a nasty step back for Russell.
Oh, the Pelicans almost lost it. This travels out. Last touch by Zion. The Lakers will bring it up. Very slow start by New Orleans. On the other side here is D'Lo being watched by Ingram. Davis sets the screen. D'Lo to the rack. Alley-oop, and AD missed the dunk. A rare sight here in Vegas as he doesn't convert. Ingram breaks it up, kicks out for Jones, and then to the right side for McCollum, who's watched by AD. Jones rotates around for Ingram, who's watched by Reddish. Cam Reddish still on Brandon Ingram. Valanciunas sets the screen. Prince switches onto him. Ingram to the inside. They're fucking up. Valanciunas blocked for the foul, and he'll head to the line.
So on the other side, when they were showing Brandon Ingram with the ball again. His stats on that side 24, 5, and 5. He's continuing to get it done. And for Zion, for me, Alec, 23 points a game sounds good, but 6 rebounds feels awfully low.
And for a power forward of his caliber, you would normally expect him to have those rebound totals be up. You would expect him to get at least 7 or 8 rebounds a game. But 6 rebounds a game, you're right there, John. This feels a little low as Valanciunas makes the first one.
So Jonas Valanciunas, he's going to be the one that's going to clean up the rest of it at 14, 9, and 2. His averages. He's normally a good free throw shooter as well as Willie Green looks on from Detroit Mercy.
Interestingly, Willie Green used to play for Doc Rivers
Yes.
on the Clippers from 2012 to 2014 as a player. Now he's a coach for the Pelicans here. So Valanciunas makes both. It's a 5-point game here with 3:15 gone here in the first quarter. D'Lo brings it up. He's watched by Jones, moves inside. D'Lo up for LeBron. This may have went off the backboard before the King can even touch it. 8:35 to go, and here come the Pelicans. Jones on the other side. Get hand out for Zion. He'll kick it out for Ingram. Ingram moves to the rack. The layup rolls around and in. Here comes New Orleans. It's a 3-point game.
Couple wide open laps for the Lakers. They just couldn't convert with Davis and James.
And that's a very rare sight for the Lakers as they normally convert those. Here's AD from mid-range. That was through tight coverage. Well defended by Valanciunas. The Pelicans move it up. Here's Zion. Kicked out for Ingram. Then over to an open Valanciunas. Couldn't tie up the game. Jones a rebound and lays it in. Herbert Jones saves it. And the layup. A 1-point game now.
I like Herb Jones' game. Does a little bit of everything. Then he beat Anthony Davis to the ball.
And D'Lo answers back a mid-range shot the other side. There we have it. The Lakers that we know. Get that shooting up. Here's Ingram. Ingram moves inside. This is a reach-in foul against Taurean Prince.
Man, oh man. So this game has started to get back and forth a little bit as these two offenses have picked up. And it's been fun to watch right now.
So far, so good between the Pelicans and Lakers. You know, the Pelicans, they start slow in the opening 2.5 minutes. They fought right back under Willie Green's squad. Zion lays it in, and it's a 1-point game again. The other way is Taurean Prince. He knocks it down. Taurean Prince all the way from Compton. And the Lakers extend this to 4 as the Pelicans call timeout.
So as Alex said, a 15-11 lead here for the LA Lakers as we go to break. Here's the thing that we can talk about from the first quarter in our previous game on Tuesday against the Suns. Lakers were shooting about 50% in that first quarter. But you remember the second, third, and fourth left a lot to be desired as the Lakers were about 35% after that. It was the offensive rebounds and pretty much out shooting the Suns by 28 more attempts than the other that gave them the chance to win. Do you think that they can afford to shoot 28% again thereabouts and still beat the Pelicans?
That would not be a winning formula in my opinion. If you were to win, you got to be at least say 40% shooting and then go inside. Pick and roll game. Emphasize that.
I agree with you on that side. I had to throw it out there because I felt like even though the Lakers dominated the offensive glass, they deserved to win. They got that many ace shots and they out-hustled the Suns. I just don't know if you're going to be able to do that against the Pelicans on that end because I think Valanciunas will clean it up. And I do expect Zion's numbers to percolate up a little bit on the rebounds today because he's going to have his hands full with Anthony Davis.
Oh, he will be. No matter if it's Zion or Valanciunas, they're going to be matched up against AD a lot. And the height advantage the Lakers possess there. That's something and very noticeable between AD, LeBron, and all the bigs that they have. Rui and Christian Wood and Jackson Hayes.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of versatility there for the Lakers on that side as far as their size. Leading scorer right now, D'Angelo Russell got it going. Deloading with 6 points on 3 of 3 shooting. It's a pair of twos all the way across the board, except for a CJ McCollum 3 on the other side, as the Lakers will be getting back into this with 7:18 left to go in the first.
In the meantime, well, aren't things a little more dramatic now? The Sharks might as well have sent this to overtime.
And at least I guess the Red Wings hopefully can get a point out of this. I feel like they have to at least do that. I asked you a few days ago, and I know I meant it half jokingly, half serious. Should I be worried about the Sharks? I guess I was right.
Yeah, the Sharks may have found a bit of momentum on their side. And David Quinn, he said that he was optimistic about the season heading into the year. Perhaps this is the moment that he has been looking for and getting some momentum for his guys. As the first win of the year may have sparked a little fire in their eyes after that.
Yeah, because I know what the record is, and I know what happens when you lose like your first 14 games. You kind of look like the league's doormat. But essentially, good work there for the Sharks to be able to bounce back and do what they needed to do and to make the effort and the push because it's been really good to watch to see the Sharks team continue to fight. We know the rebuild still got a ways to go here, but they don't look to be completely helpless.
And yeah, even though the Sharks, they may be one of the worst teams in the league, we don't see them as pushovers anymore now that we see them.
So we'll see right now what happens here with the Pelicans. Can they continue to fight their way through it? It's been a good contest so far.
And we're back in action. Interestingly, the court in Vegas shows the NBA's colors, blue on the sides, red on the center. Herb Jones almost lost it, gets it back, lays it up, and wanted to foul, he doesn't. Jones tries again, and this ball deflected out by LeBron. Pelicans keep.
It's a good fight inside there for a couple rebounds there, and Anthony Davis absolutely swats it away.
Here's Valanciunas over Zion on the give and go. Zion through contact, and LeBron whistle for no. This is an offensive foul on Zion. An offensive foul when it looked like this was going to go against Zion at first.
I think James did stay in the lane there, Alec, and was able to draw it. He didn't move. He was away from the restricted sign. And I do think LeBron sold it probably pretty good, but Zion is a big man.
The Pelicans still get a turtle. Albert Hill to Herb Jones. And the Pelicans answer back here and make it a one-possession game, trailing by 2.
You get the breakaway pass there from Anthony Davis, who lost it, and that's how you finish.
Here's AD on the other side, give and go for LeBron. LeBron kicks out for D'Lo, deep three. Double rims out the rebound from Valanciunas. And off for Ingram. Ingram moves up for the left side. At the left arc, Valanciunas moves over to Zion. Zion setting things up for the free throw line, moving in, and now kicks out for McCollum. McCollum on the wing side, and almost stripped away, but here's Brandon Ingram. Ingram puts out a double move, kick out. Here's Jones from deep. And Zion gets the rebound, tips it in. Even game at 15-all with 5:50 to go.
That's the effort that you want to see from Zion. He's one of the best in the paint, absolutely using that vertical jump to expertise.
The Zion Williamson that we've been used to seeing when he was a Blue Devil. And he's been striking with force here. AD kicks out for D'Lo. D'Lo moves around, he's double teamed, gave it away to McCollum. McCollum streaking down the left side. McCollum right through the lane. Just got it in for Zion. Zion inside. He does it again. The Pelicans lead for the first time tonight, 17-15.
So there's the first time we can talk about it, Alec. Now some bad passes on the Lakers and turn to turnovers, and the Pelicans make them pay, take the lead.
Whenever it's a Lakers game, it feels like there's some sort of back and forth action here, and I don't know what was that, but this was dribbled out directly, and so the Pelicans get it back.
They were trying to find inside for the Lakers there off a pocket pass. It goes right off the foot. This is going to be Pelicans ball, as you said. That was pretty ugly.
That really was ugly there on the setup. So we get the substitutions in. Jared Vanderbilt and Max Christie are in place for LeBron and Cam Reddish. Naji Marshall and Trey Murphy for Herb Jones and Zion Williamson. Here's Ingram. Ingram kicks out. Here's McCollum. Here's Lush setting up the screen. Here's Marshall, and Marshall gets it. Marshall fighting off. Marshall with it. And no, the rebound there. Moving from right to left is Vanderbilt. And off for AD. AD moves around for Prince. Prince is quadruple team. A tip from AD. He says, I got your back, Prince.
And no doubt about it, it was good defense there from the Lakers on the other end, and Anthony Davis right there doing his Zion impression.
And we see perhaps a jump ball forced by Max Christie as Trey Murphy fell down with 4:17 left. It is 17-17 all, but do we have a timeout here by New Orleans? We believe so. They prevented the jump ball.
Yes, we do, Alec. That one was a little more clean than the Austin Reeves possession, was it not?
It felt a little more clean. And one of the controversy for that game was about if Reeves actually had possession of the ball, but the ball was pinned by his leg. So if the NBA got the report correct.
That's what I saw too, as far as the postseason. And the Sharks have won the game. The Red Wings lose a 4-0 lead, but they get a point against the Sharks, who get a 6-5 victory. I'm just going to put my head in my hands.
At least you do get a point.
Yes.
But, I'm happy the Sharks are finally finding their stride here.
Absolutely. Again, Mikael Granlund scores the goal, gets his third of the season as the Sharks take the win. And David Quinn, I don't know what he said to his team after that when they called the timeout down 4-0, but good for the Sharks. Again, as you said, they're going to have more regulation wins than the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs do get the win over the Sens, so they will pick up a point on the Red Wings here, who get just one. So Red Wings still keep a good spot, but you got to be able to brush it off because you're going to play the Senators at the Canadian Tire Center on Saturday, who really want to get back in the win column.
Yeah, Ottawa, they need momentum in some of the worst ways possible because they're treading around 500, not the way they want to go if they want to go for playoffs. With Brady Kachuk, Tim Stutzla, Jake Sanderson, everyone there, because this has been uncharacteristic. But to be fair, the East as a whole, not just the Atlantic, is an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, I've been saying that for years. I think you and I have kind of jumped on the same bandwagon as far as that's concerned. And again, for as bad as I feel maybe on that side, I think the Bruins might feel a little bit worse. They dropped a 3-1 result to the Buffalo Sabres.
And this helps the Rangers. They still have sole possession of first place in the East right now, and they should be saying some thank you cards to the Sabres.
Absolutely. Again, you have that, and then you have the Vegas Golden Knights in the West. That's kind of a little bit up in the air, but the LA Kings have games in hand, and the LA Kings now just took a 4-0 victory over the Montreal Canadiens. They look like one of the best teams in the league alongside the Rangers.
And John, the Kings' breakout season offensively was one that we didn't see coming because of the questions around the goaltending. But 11-0-0 on the road to start the year. How impressive can this be? Very impressive.
I wonder what the NHL all-time record is at some point to start the season, because I will have to look that up and we can confirm that at some point, because I feel like the LA Kings are not going to get stopped anytime soon. And you just wonder if they can carry that same type of play into the playoffs. They've had to deal with the Edmonton Oilers over the last couple years. It hasn't been fun for them, but this looks like a complete team right now.
And immediately as you jump right back here is Jonas Valanciunas to slam it down. With 4 minutes to go, the Pelicans up by 2 again. We can discuss more NHL when we get to a stoppage point. Plus, a big trade in the MLB. Reeves, nice pass over to AD, and now here's Christie. Max Christie from the free throw line. Too strong on that one. And here's Alvarado coming off the bench. Jose Alvarado. One-on-one, a screen from Valanciunas, fires the free. Hey, knocks it down. Valanciunas, perfect screen, perfect trade from Alvarado.
That's pretty good work there for Jonas Valanciunas. Be able to set that screen, get a dunk over Davis before. He's certainly locked in right now.
On the other side, AD makes it for Christie. Here's Reeves now. Austin Reeves makes the shot, takes the shot. It is too far, and AD saves it away from the Pelicans. Rui fires it, and this one's short. Jumping up to grab the rebound, and coming off the bench, who I believe that may have been Dyson Daniels. Daniels moves inside. Here's Valanciunas. Mashed out AD. And AD strips it from Valanciunas. Here comes Rui. Rui on the outside for Reeves. Fires the three. He does it again. Austin Reeves. Oh, and the game-sealing trade. He knocks down another one with less than 3 minutes.
Man, you give this guy an open look. He's money, isn't he, Alec?
Yeah, he's money in the bank, and you really need that whenever you need a clutch free. He's been money late in games. Reeves hands off for AD. AD splits the gap, and he draws the foul. Valanciunas called for it.
Man, oh man, ever since we've been covering the NBA in-season tournament from the quarterfinals all the way to the semis now, we'll have the finals on the Saturday side. Every single one of these games in the knockout round has been absolutely close and exciting.
It has been very, very exciting here in the in-season tournament, no matter if it's the group stage or the knockout stage. You know, and remember that one game between the Nuggets and Clippers, it was so tight, we don't know who's going to come up on top as AD makes the first free throw. But to cap it off, that Paul George wedgie gave us a laugh.
Yeah, we had everything right now. Again, Zion going to get set to check in here at the 2:31 mark. Anthony Davis looks to tie this game up at 22.
Yeah, Zion comes in place of Valanciunas, and AD ties it up on a second shot. 22 all, 2:31 left. Alvarado starts off the offense, moving from left to right. Williamson comes in with him. Alvarado to the rack, and there's another rejection from the big Anthony Davis. But the last touch in a twist was by the Pelicans with 2:21 left.
I guess they're going to say that he lost the layup out of bounds, but I certainly thought that Anthony Davis got a piece of it with the hands. Maybe it was a pass in the air, but nonetheless, it's Lakers ball.
Yeah, that felt like a pretty big twist around. We both thought the same thing. Here's Christie from the free throw line. This one he connects. Backseat, taxi. You need a ride? He's got you. Here the Pelicans with Alvarado leading the charge. At the top of the key, hands off for Ingram. Ingram also double team. He'll go outside for Murphy. Murphy tight coverage. Doesn't matter. Christie was in his face. Trey Murphy from 26 made out.
Trey Murphy averages about 17 a game. You got to watch him.
Reeves answers with a shot from Pasadena. Right back at you, he says. Ingram almost elbows Vanderbilt. Murphy cycles to Alvarado and right back. It goes to Alvarado to the inside for Brandon Ingram. All alone down the lane and throws it down.
Well, both of these teams are sensing the moment in the final minute.
You're getting close to that. With 1:02 left to the inside, here's Rui. Gets the Pelicans to come in and throws it down in the final minute of the first quarter. Back and forth.
His offenses are finding it right now. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Indeed it is. Here's Najee Marshall from deep, from Bourbon Street. Have a drink. Najee Marshall.
That's good ball movement there on that side, and nobody picked him up. Rui Hachimura was late.
And here come the Pelicans as he tripped AD. And here is Murphy who missed it. It's saved, and Murphy missed the dunk. It's once again saved by Ingram. Zion tipped it over Murphy. Open for deep. Too far. How do you miss out on a 4-on-1?
I don't even know what to say right now for the Pelicans. They had all sorts of chances there. And it looks like, I know you're a little bit ahead, but it's going to be Lakers ball on that side as we get some substitutions.
Yeah, there are substitutions on the way with 7.3 for what we saw. Dyson Daniels in place of Ingram and D'Lo back in place of Vanderbilt. There is a foul on Najee Marshall. There'll be no free throws as there was contact, not a shooting range. New Orleans leads 30-29 here with 7.3 left. Inbound from Christie to Reeves. Reeves moves over to the left side, tries another deep shot, and this one off the rim. And a buzzer beater, that was well short. It looked like more of a duck, if anything, but they really don't need the buzzer beater. The Pelicans lead
Well, they'll take the 1 point lead, Alec, on that side. But again, as you said in the last sequence, about 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Pelicans had about four chances off a couple offensive rebounds. They couldn't make anything happen there. But both of these teams, there was a couple spurts in the final minute, maybe in toward the 6, 7 minute mark as well, where the 3 pointers were falling on both sides. Herb Jones, Austin Reeves, a little bit of back and forth. First quarter didn't show any difference between these two teams, so we'll see what the second, third, and fourth are going to bring.
With everything in the Western Conference, with how close they are, there's a lot that can separate the second seed and the 10th seed right now in the West. It's really that loaded. And the big surprise is the Timberwolves that are first in the West.
How sustainable is that, do you think?
I don't know. It's an impressive run, but we need to see more of this on the long haul. If they do, we can start talking about Chris Finch and Coach of the Year conversations with Jamal Mosley and Mark Daigneault. Those I have are the three leaders on Coach of the Year as of now.
That would certainly make the Minnesota Timberwolves brass feel a lot better because I know from the trade from several seasons ago now for when you have Karl Anthony Towns and you have Rudy Gobert, you're kind of wondering how that was going to work out. And now all of a sudden, when you have uh, the shooting guard situation on that end for the Minnesota Timberwolves, you're feeling pretty good that they're going to be able to lead in scoring, and they've done that right now.
Yeah, perhaps they make an argument as the best Minnesota team right now in sports, but I feel the Twins may have an argument there between Carlos Correa and everyone involved, manager Rocco Baldelli. They have an argument, but they need to make some improvements. They want a playoff series for the first time in what seems like forever, but need to see more from the Twins.
And again, I should have said this. I was trying to struggle for names, but Anthony Edwards there for the Minnesota Timberwolves has certainly made his push to be one of those all NBA type players. But I agree with you on the Twins side. That was pretty fun against the Yankees. And again, it's a good segue for you to kind of save me on that side because now the Yankees make another splash. It looks like they're going to acquire Juan Soto.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to point up to when I mentioned about the baseball trade. Juan Soto is headed to the Yankees. So the official trade, Soto and Trent Grisham for Michael King, Drew Thorpe, Johnny Brito, Randy Vasquez, and Kyle Higashioka. So the big question here, who won this trade?
So here's the thing. I think if you look at Brian Cashman on that side and you say, hey, we're just going to ignore our pitching staff for right now, as long as our relievers and all that too, and we're just going to think about getting more bats because when you have a couple of the situations, they got Alex Verdugo, now they got Juan Soto, they needed to improve that outfield and bring some bats in, and they really did. So I feel like they're going to say that they won it, but you're going to need some pitching bullpen depth there for the Yankees, and they're going to need to come through.
Yeah, it feels like there may be a little hole there in terms of who's going to be the closer because they haven't had a true. I feel they've been missing a closer ever since the departure of Aroldis Chapman, which was last season to get back into action. The Pelicans in control. Alvarado. He has Jones to his right for a double team inside for Zion, who shoots for a double team, draws the foul on Jackson Hayes, one of two former Pelicans on the Lakers roster.
So we'll see what happens here as Zion. Man, that was 2-on-0 there. He tried to take them both on.
Actually, this is going to be a traveling call. Thought it was a foul on Hayes for a moment, but I didn't see the signal from the referees immediately. Reese goes inside. LeBron, the extra pass, and no shot from Reddish. Rui is guarded heavily. LeBron thinks about it. Now fires the three. Hey, knocks it down. There's the king with ice on his veins.
There's a good extra pass there. By the time he gets back and gets it back, LeBron just says, I'm going to take this and knock it down.
Murphy a free. Jones, good rush for the rebound and save it. And kicked out all the way for Murphy that almost got out of bounds. Murphy to the inside. As the shooter passes out, he fires one to Alvarado. And several bounces goes in. And then bounces a la Kawhi Leonard.
That was a good save on the other side for Herb Jones to be able to make that happen, and Alvarado knocks it down. Good work.
can do, I can do better.
And he hit that from the in-season tournament logo. My goodness.
Logo LeBron. That's what we like to call it ever since he started shooting from the logo. Here comes the late show again. LeBron tries again. And again. How fun is this game? A logo triple hat trick.
And he's feeling himself right now. Once he makes one, the basket gets bigger. Good job, King.
This king needs a bigger crowd. CJ McCollum spin around a double fake. Couldn't convert there, but that would have been one of the prettiest buckets to see had he made it. Rui, feed for Reeves, almost intercepted. Here's a free. Boy, I felt that one of the Pelicans that would try to steal it went towards the cameraman. He has to catch up now. That was Alvarado as he tried to steal from Reeves. Zion from Murphy. Zion to the rack. Nice job drawing the foul on Hayes this time around.
I just noticed this for the 2K players. It kind of seems like Austin Reeves bought a sleeve for one leg and he forgot for the other. So he wears one on his right side, but not on the left.
Kind of feels that way, John, if you're asking me. And everyone in the Lakers, they're losing their mind seeing the logo LeBron triples. Wow, he scored the last 9.
Yeah, it's not something LeBron's known for the deep shots like that. But if you leave him open and you test him with his athleticism, he'll make you pay.
And yet, we remember that 2 of his buzzer beaters were triples from the same exact spot. One against the Magic in 09, another against the Pacers in 18.
Yeah, he can definitely do it. He's been clutch. All those monikers they used to say about LeBron not being able to get the job done, you can throw all those out the window.
I mean, he's always been clutch ever since his first tenure in Cleveland. And Zion misses both free throws. Not a characteristic look for the man out of Duke to the inside LeBron. And there is the layup. He scored the Lakers left 11. He's on takeover control.
You got to be careful right now. LeBron is going to erupt.
Oh, yeah. Mount King James, as he has to give up a reach-in foul, trying to steal this one away. Sometimes when you try to steal a ball away, you get into contact with the arm, and that's the risk of trying to steal a ball.
That's tough there because I thought that was a good read. He did get a piece of the right arm, but a cutting LeBron and Zion doesn't even pick him up. That's a missed assignment.
Yeah, you got to pick up those assignments there. As McCollum, right from a tight window, picks it up and lays this one out of the second chance bucket. If at first you don't succeed, of course, try again.
That's a heck of a layup there for Jackson Hayes.
Here is Jackson Hayes. Oh, lays this one in. And the foul, Austin Reeves. Give him the die and the quarter.
Well, you mentioned this, Alec, on this side, the size that the Lakers can also bring in off the bench. No chance to be able to stop Jackson there, especially when he catches it right underneath the paint.
Of course, against his former team, the Pelicans. Oh, I may be stepping on your toes on the announcing side. As he misses. Do you want to take the second half?
I could take the second half if you want to take this whole quarter.
All right. And that works. Here's McCollum. And now he's going to go to the right side. LeBron on him. CJ McCollum to the rack. Smokes the layup. Reeves comes in with the rebound. Across half court. Reeves to the inside for the King. Fires the mid-range shot. Couldn't knock it down. It bounced short off the rim. Murphy has it. Grabs a hold of it. And then takes it across. Watched by Rui. Murphy kicks it out. And a tip there from Reeves will give the Pelicans back this ball.
I like the effort right now for both of these teams, but the Lakers certainly seem to have an advantage, Alec.
Of course, the offensive capabilities the Lakers have. And a catch and shoot. Short. Rebounded from guess who? The King. Up it comes for Reeves. A screen there from Hayes. Kicked out for LeBron. Now Reeves. One-on-one with Zion. He takes the shot. Short. Second chance. Grabbed by Hayes. Who immediately finds Cam Reddish with 7:59. Pelicans call timeout.
Well, if there's any question in anyone else's mind, I know Alec and I wouldn't say this, but if there's any thought that you didn't think LeBron James could still take over a game, let alone a quarter. He's put this team on his back right now. Again, as Cam Reddish got the dunk, and Alex said they called timeout on the New Orleans side. It's a 44-35 lead for the Lakers and a 15-5 run in the second quarter.
It's an impressive run to start off for the Lake Show, and already forcing the Pelicans to burn their first three timeouts. The Lakers don't even have to call timeout because they're firing on all cylinders in this game, offensively and defensively. They're picking up where they left off in the fourth quarter against the Suns.
Yeah, they are. They're bringing in this whole effort now throughout both quarters, where, again, the defensive intensity and everything else has been there. And quite honestly, I think Willie Green needs to call timeout nonetheless because they got to find a way to stop LeBron from deep.
Yeah, they have to. Because, man, this old hemorrhaging over there for the Lakers part in which they're committing all over the Pelicans end. And there seems to be nothing from New Orleans, despite all the defensive efforts of Zion Williamson and Herb Jones.
Yeah, right now, again, I feel like this narrative's a little bit similar to what we dealt with on Tuesday. What are they also going to do? Okay, I know LeBron's hit some outside shots, and I don't know if that's going to continue to last from the logo, but we can say this. On the inside, I feel like Zion, and Jonas Valanciunas has held his own, but I feel like Zion is struggling a little bit with Anthony Davis right now, and I still feel like the Lakers have an advantage when you get inside the paint. Jackson Hayes just showed you that, especially when he caught it in deep. So I want to know what adjustments Willie Green's going to be able to make and try to win that paint battle. I imagine, as I said, LeBron's not going to continue to hit these logo three-pointers, but New Orleans has to find a way to get their offense back on track and get some stops.
Yeah, they want to go to their taller guys that they want to defend, and the Lakers' biggest guys. We mentioned Valanciunas, he's 6'11". Cody Zeller may be 6'11", but not the guy that you would trust for defense on that part. But if you want defenders, you would want someone like Brandon Ingram, Herb Jones. Even though he's 6'7", and pretty much undersized when matched up against someone like Anthony Davis, you want to get more of the steals. And then when Davis is at the rack, you want to have him commit charges.
I would agree with you on that side wholeheartedly because he's got the foot speed and go for the charges, and on the other end, when it's not Herb Jones, it's Valanciunas on that end, at least to contest at the rim. I think those are the only two matchups you can look at against Davis. You mix in Herb Jones and Valanciunas. I think that's well said.
I do want to mention that I recently saw a little stat here. LeBron, when going up against KD, and KD does not have Steph Curry as his teammate, LeBron is 20-4. But when Steph does not have KD as his teammate, LeBron is 18-17. So pretty much an interesting twist here, John.
It is an interesting twist. I never would have thought that as far as those numbers. Thank you for throwing that out.
Yeah, even though it's a rivalry on the court between LeBron, KD, and Steph, they're great friends off the court. We get back into action here in the first half. Still, McCollum from mid-range, a la Michael Jordan from the running pull jumper.
That's definitely what he could do when he was dual with Damian Lillard. That's CJ's game.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch at the backcourt in Portland, dating back to those days when he had at least 40 in Game 7 against Denver. LeBron, tight coverage, and the defense turned out to be successful for the Pelicans. On the other side is CJ. Matched up one-on-one, and a driving Herb Jones gets Jackson Hayes to commit to the foul, and Jones will shoot two.
What's a good answer for Willie Green's squad? Right at the timeout, go right at the big man, try to draw the foul. That's tough for Jackson Hayes, but I like the effort from Herb.
It's tough because you're wanting to block the shot and swat it away. Sometimes we mentioned about committing charges. You need to commit Herb Jones into getting a charge against him as he knocks down the first free throw. Brandon Ingram, Jonas Valanciunas back in. AD and D'Lo are back in too.
I like that too. You mentioned Herb Jones, a steal and a half and a block. Again, at 6'6", being able to hit the outside shot, a little bit of mid range, does a little bit of everything. I would love to have somebody like that on my team.
Yeah, this has been his best offensive season to date ever since he entered the league 2 years ago when the Pelicans upset the Clippers in the play-in tournament to face off against the Suns in the playoffs. they did make it competitive against them, pushing them to 6 games. And Jose Alvarado forced an 8-second violation on Chris Paul back then. 5-point game now as Jones made both. Here's LeBron running around at the free throw line, pulls up and one. The king flexing his crown in Vegas.
He's scoring from everywhere right now. He gets the partial screen from Davis, goes to work with a floater. My goodness.
Yeah, the best part, he almost was triple teamed with Dyson Daniels all over him, and Jones was standing there saying, wow.
There's nothing you can do, Alec. You can't guard that.
Yeah, you can't. On most nights, you can't. But you want to get one of the best defenders around, you need to press an all-star defender all over him as LeBron sinks the and one. And now, here comes the Pelicans. McCollum inside for Ingram, kicked out for Jones, and offensive foul here on Ingram as he charged right towards the K.
Wow, so Zion's been called for one, and now BI gets a charge as LeBron's done it both times.
Yeah, he's got in position, and that was the legal position that LeBron has gotten to. You can say this was excellent defense. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your body.
Man, LeBron's playing like he's 25 right now.
38 going on 25, as they say, even though his 39th birthday is at the penultimate day of this month. Prince misses, but AD saves it. Double team kicks out for Prince. He'll try again. Too far again. This time it's the other number 3, CJ McCollum, who moves it up through the middle. McCollum through the right side. Watched by Prince. McCollum fadeaway. Double rim south. AD to rebound. One of 2 big men on the roster. Here's LeBron. Riding deep and kicked up for D'Lo, open free, he knocks it down. Second stint and second chance for the Lakers, D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell's had a strong game right now. Good pass by LeBron.
Brandon Ingram a chance to respond right back, setting his screens down, shoot us. Ingram, he'll step back and fire the shots, rolls around and in. Brandon Ingram, a little revenge there on the Lakers, his old team. Cuts the lead tonight.
He's only got 6 right now, Alec. He needs to get going here.
Yeah, desperately so. But the Lakers, they called their first timeout of this game. And when you have your first timeout called this deep into the first half, that shows that you're playing a very good game.
Yeah, Darvin Ham feels like his team's in full control right now, and it definitely looks like it, Alec. That's a good call by you. And LeBron continuing to get the job done. Look, I understand that the broadcast, I've mentioned his name a lot. I apologize if I'm falling all over myself. But again, it's worth repeating. 17 points, folks, on 6 of 8 shooting and 3 of 3 from deep. Also got 3 steals and a couple rebounds already and is a +8 on the floor. He loves these in-season tournament games.
Well, I feel that every player's now valued in these games as much as they value the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Sure.
It's working now. I know LeBron, technically, this could be his 5th ring in a sense of speaking, even though he has 4 championships to count for him. We can talk about 2007 and 2018, how it was basically a mismatch of all sorts because that Spurs team and that Warriors team were basically overpowered.
Right. There was a couple of those. I know some of the other fans who root for Jordan over LeBron, they will say that. But honestly, in the first year like that, then against the Warriors, what chance did LeBron have in any of those? You really can't put it against him.
Yeah, 2015, you can say, in all fairness, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, they were hurt for almost all the series. Well, even Kyrie, he played the majority of game 1 before he was ruled out for the rest of the final. So we really can't hold this finals loss against LeBron.
No, you can't. And again, considering the long extent of consecutive finals that he was in over and over and over again, what players can do that? What players can do this in a 21 seasons, have this kind of effort? I mean, hell, again, as we said, LeBron, you mentioned that he's going to be turning 39. Well, he's leading his team with 17 points right now, and he's still averaging 25, 7, and 7 on 55% shooting from the field. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Anyone who's at 38 years old should not be able to do this. He's defying all expectations and defying all logic. Truly makes him viable for the argument of GOAT.
Yeah, I honestly can say, in between your lifetime, Alec, I know you got many more years on this planet than I do that's left. I don't even think you're going to see anybody like LeBron James again in your lifetime. I'd be shocked if we do, honestly, within the next 20 years.
And we would be shocked. Everyone talks about Jordan. Everyone talks about LeBron. I feel we don't know who is going to be up there with LeBron or Jordan, as we can retroactively put them at 1A, 1B, because it's getting so repetitive and GOAT debates between them. If we're being truly honest, they should be 1A and 1B.
I would definitely say that honestly. Even for me, again, like I said, from what I saw, I still got all the same games that you did with LeBron and Kobe and all that stuff in the mix. And I agree with you. I think that narrative can be completely shed. You have to put them both in that same category on that side. And again, they're showing some old highlights in NBA on TNT with a young Kevin Harlan and Doc Rivers. Pretty cool.
As before, Kevin Hart was known for all the calls here on TNT. Double blocked by the Pelicans. And they come right back with pace. Alvarado finds Valanciunas. Nicely contested by AD, but Valanciunas rolls it in. So perhaps the throwback to the old Kevin Hart and Doc Rivers may get him a little excited there, to both of them.
And that was a heck of a double block and a good finish there by Valanciunas.
And this one deflected out by the Pelicans on the pass. LA Kings, D'Angelo Russell or Herb Jones, but that was deflected out. Zion on the bench. He's watching on LeBron. Has earned himself a good break.
And no doubt about it, I would use those at least final 5:19 to give him a rest on that side and get ready for the third.
And Davis airballs the mid-range shot. He only has 4 points on the night. You'd figure he had a lot more. Ingram, on the other hand, he is stripped away by D'Lo, but couldn't secure possession of it. Jones picks it back up, straight kick down the lane on the speed dunk. Herb Jones.
Like I said a million times, I love his game to be able to fight through it there with Brandon Ingram and just get a wide open lane there.
He was so open after that mishandled steal by D'Lo. He went right down through the lane. Nobody was there to defend that down through the middle. Reese kicks out here. Rui, yes sir. Rui Hachimura from Compton. Or Torian Prince, excuse me.
I kind of like the fact that he's got the Rip Hamilton type mask on there. Makes Rui looks a little menacing.
Low mask there. You have me. So since he's from Japan, you have me reminded. Brandon Ingram threw a double K and he lays it through. 53-47. Lakers still lead, but the Pelicans, they're clinging in there.
Well, Ingram
from deep, short.
Ingram's got to be the go-to guy with Zion on the bench.
So the rebound secured by Dyson Daniels. You did mention about Ingram being the go-to guy. Now with Zion on the bench, he has the ball right now. It's kicked out for Valanciunas. Doesn't shoot the free. Now he does, and he knocks it down. He's been practicing that for quite a while and has been improving on his free ball. I don't know why people leave him that open on three-pointers.
Oh, he got him with the ball fake with Austin Reeves. My goodness.
He got him on an island there. And he got him dancing there. Inside, this goes for Rui. Rui had to shoot it because he'll risk a 3-second violation. But now he's got the Pelicans after the block from Valanciunas. Daniels. All for Jones with the in-season tournament logo. Give and go for Ingram. Ingram to the inside and nearly blocked by AD. But this will be a shooting foul on the Lakers' big man.
And Jonas Valanciunas, who said the ball fake on one end makes the basket and then blocks Anthony Davis. My question to you, Alec, where is Anthony Davis in this game?
Oh, who knows? Because so far it feels that he's been getting lost in the sauce against his former team. You'd figure that, oh my goodness, we need to get a map for this. As Ingram nearly wedgies the first free throw.
Oh, man. So, again, I just mentioned LeBron James about needing that rest. Well, it looks like he's not even going to get 2 minutes rest as the Pelicans are getting on a serious run here. He's got to get back in the game.
He and AD need to get more in sync with each other throughout the match because we need to see that confidence from him.
Yeah.
Settle in for dunks and layups. Don't go for 3-point shots and don't go for mid-range shots if you're AD this early on. So LeBron, now he's on the court, they're plus 6.3 this season when he's on. They're minus 14.6 when he's off. Shows how valuable he is to the team. Nearly out of bounds for Torian Prince. And then for AD, his 6-point tonight. And there he is. We mentioned him. He needs to get going. Oh, this could be something.
Well, imagine that. LeBron gets back on the floor and the Lakers get into a positive. It's no coincidence, as you said.
No coincidence that he's the most valuable player on the Lakers, and it continues on. AD saved his own rebound after the missed three by McCollum. Inside for LeBron. And again, he keeps trying to get it inside like he always does.
He can't be stopped. He's a truck.
Yeah, a monster truck, that is. Oh, Zion tried to beat that, and though the layup went through, none of this will count. That's the second time LeBron has drawn a charge.
His third charge of the game and his second on Zion Williamson. There's a golf clap for LBJ. My goodness.
We mentioned golf, but we do mention about the match. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Of course, these basketball players like to play golf, but some basketball players like to play golf in the offseason, namely Curry. And speaking of Curry, Torian Prince would impress Curry with that three-pointer.
And it's excellent. It's just amazing how he just comes back on the floor here, Alec, and the Lakers get going again.
Yeah, LeBron has been the driving force of this Lakers team ever since he joined in 2018. Reeves to the inside, draws the foul on McCollum. He'll shoot two with 142.
Austin Reeves, too, another good bench piece, partial starter here for the Lakers. And in between his legs, tries to make a move on CJ, and he'll go to the line to shoot two, as you said. Try to make this a 62-51 game for the Lakers with a $1.42 left in the half.
Nicknamed Hillbilly Kobe among Lakers faithful as he makes the first one. And I feel that his nickname is a little hilarious of the both of us.
That is a fantastic nickname, very lovingly for Austin Reeves.
And the Super Mario power-up plays as he nails the both of them. Here in Las Vegas, the Lakers scoring the last 9 points in the last 80 seconds and counting. We're getting an over-a-camera shot as the Pelicans are forced to eat this up on a Torian Prince foul, who doesn't like this called against him.
No, he doesn't like it on that side, but Zion got to continue to work his way to try to get some easy baskets. Again, you can't call an offensive charge on everything.
You can't. And he's eaten up two of them on the night. You can't call an offensive charge on every play that he goes right to the rack, and he rolls the first free throw in. Interestingly, both of Zion's fouls came on offensive charges.
Yeah, it's not something you would see very often, especially LeBron selling out his body that many more times. I can't imagine taking that many more hits from Zion would feel very good.
And it doesn't feel very good at all. It feels like you're getting ran over by a truck. LeBron misses a rare layup, but he draws the foul. It'll be Brandon Ingram drawing this one. And so the king comes to the line.
Well, Brandon Ingram, former teammate as LeBron, it was a one-on-one, and he knew exactly what he was going to do. He put his head down and ran there, tried to get two at the line.
Yeah, it was not too long ago when he and Ingram were teammates, and that was back when Kyle Kuzma, and Lonzo Ball were still Lakers. Now Lonzo is basically in and out of the injury reserve for the Chicago Bulls. His playing career may be in doubt, and Kuzma is stuck with the Washington Wizards.
Yeah, it's interesting how much that changed, and it's interesting how much Julius Randle also grew as well with the Knicks.
Yeah, when he was a rookie, he played with Kobe Bryant, learned behind him,
Yeah.
and now it was a long way, got into where he was today as Zion makes the mid-range shot But Julius Randle, what a journey it's been for him.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Here's Torian Prince to bake the cake. Oh my! Torian Prince with the step back trade. Lakers by 13.
Hey, you get those baskets from Torian Prince, you feel good. But what a ball fake!
Around Zion nonetheless. Zion, who we talk about his defense, well, Prince made it look like an absolute fool there. Pelicans a 5-shoot. Ingram has to get it off with Bree, and he had no other choice. Davis just saves it in, found Reeves as he was running it up. Reeves to the rack, and boy, was there a missed foul on the Pelicans? We don't know, but it's Pelicans' fault as it goes out.
They have this at 0.1 seconds for me. Yeah, that could have been called. Austin Reeves fell down hard.
Yeah, could have been a very easy foul on the Pelicans, but nonetheless they have the ball. Ingram from deep. That is too far. The rebound from Davis as the shot clock turns off. 15 seconds left in the half before we turn things over to John up for the play-by-play in the second half. Reeves with 10. Reeves now with 8. At the right wing side, double team. Reeves fakes. Now here's Davis from deep, and he knocks that short. He tries again, and airballs it. Wait a second, was the contact before or after the buzzer? We don't know.
It looks like we are just going to the half. 67-54, but that was awfully close. That could have been another foul, Alec.
Yeah, that could have been easily another foul, and that would be 3 shots for AD at the line, which could have easily been a 70-54 ball game, but nonetheless, the Lakers go up 67-54 at halftime. Everything looking good for the King, who has 21 points. Torian Prince has 12.
My goodness, on that side, 21 and 12 for Prince. That sounds absolutely crazy because when you look at it on the other side, and the Lakers have a 13-point lead, and I'm not trying to throw the daggers in on Anthony Davis, but if you would have told me, let's just not even count LeBron James. If you would have told me that Anthony Davis only has 6 points, most likely you would say the Pelicans should be out in front, correct?
And most likely you would think that, but this has simply not been the case. In fact, nobody on the Pelicans has even reached double digits yet.
Yeah, that's not a recipe for success right now. And again, maybe I'm using the same kind of thoughts that I had about Booker and Durant about how they had slow first halves, correct? And now you only have 9 points for Brandon Ingram on 4 of 9 shooting. I'm thinking that the Lakers are doing a good job against him right now.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of holding the Pelicans on their toes, being forced to take shots. And the defense, we mentioned them against the Suns. They've really picked up where they left off. This defense clutching up and shutting down the Pelicans through every turn, or nearly every turn. The point totals, Zion, Ingram, and Valanciunas all 9 each. Herbert Jones is 8, McCollum is 7, and Alvarado with 6, both 3-pointers.
So here's the thing for me. I'm just going to say this on the outside looking in. If you disagree with me, please tell me.
An interesting game at the USA Capitol. The Capitals and Stars. The Stars, after Detroit 3-1, they tied it 4-4.
Holy cow. It's been a night of comebacks a little bit on that side. Again, the Caps did have a big lead. Let's take a look at the goal scorers, and then we'll go back to our featured game because I mistakenly had myself on mute. So in the third, Rope Hintz scores twice. Dylan Strom scores in the power play as Dallas is tied. Charlie Lindgren, 31 out of 35, and Scott Wedgwood, 21 out of 25 for Dallas.
Man, Hintz has been so fun to watch in Dallas. Though the big surprise was Evgeny Kuznetsov. Not because he scored, but that because he was healthy scratch for a previous game. Though the reasoning was that Spencer Carberry wanted to give him a mental reset. Well, it seems the mental reset worked, and he's on the board tonight.
Yeah, they need to do that because he's got to be locked in. Again, it's unfortunate on the other side for Backstrom with some of the same injuries with Kane with the hip resurfacing. You're not going to have his production. So they need Kuz. Again, what does Alex Ovechkin only have still 5 goals on the season, Alec? And yet the Washington Capitals are doing pretty darn good.
In a bloodbath of an Eastern Conference, nonetheless. The Capitals are doing good, and it's not even Ovechkin
Right.
scoring the bulk of the goals. He's at 5. He's stuck at 827 career goals.
Yeah, it was once almost a formality whether he was going to pass Wayne Gretzky. Now we don't even think that could be the case, considering I still think Ovechkin's going to get at least 20, 25 goals. But the 40 goal marker, I mean, that's gone, I would imagine.
It feels that way if they want Ovechkin. So I've been reading something about this. Now that Ovechkin's goal scoring has been diminishing, we can imagine that he may need to be more of a playmaker. And that was the reason Washington won the Stanley Cup. That Barry Trotz had him watch footage of his rival, Sidney Crosby. Goal scoring, that's good, but it wasn't enough for the Capitals if they wanted to go all the way. Ovechkin had to be more of a playmaker come playoff time, and he did transform himself into a playmaker, which allowed the Caps to be the Stanley Cup champions in 2018.
I like that. I think that's a good call by you on that side. I think that the Capitals might still need a little bit more goal scoring for him to be able to turn into the playmaker that you want to see, because Dylan Strome, let's face it, that's a fantastic pickup. But they want a little more from Anthony Mantha. They want a little more from the rest of the crew to be able to make that happen. I do want to, before we switch back on the hockey side, I'll just make this quick mention for basketball. And then I do want to talk about the baseball trade again real quick. But on the side for the Lakers, I will say this because I had myself on mute for a second. The Lakers are shooting 11 of 21 from deep, 52%. On the other side, the Pelicans are 6 of 16. Again, the Lakers are not normally a really good three-point shooting team. But when LeBron hits a trio of logo shots and you have Austin Reeves on that side who's mixed in a 2 for 5, they're certainly getting a big boom there. And even Torian Prince is 4 of 6 from deep.
The amazing part in this game, John, they shot more three-pointers in this first half than they had all of the game against the Suns in the entire game. They had 9 three-pointers against the Suns. Already in one half, they had 11 three-pointers against the Pelicans. That's what impresses us, John. They've turned around the three-point shooting. They want this to be an emphasis against the Orleans, and they're rolling there.
Yeah, and it's not their strength, and they're able to find a way to be able to get it done, and it's really impressive on that side. I agree with you. And on the other side, I know we mentioned this. We'll get back into hockey in a moment. But the Juan Soto deal. And then you have the other side, Alex Verdugo. So look, you have Aaron Judge, Alex Verdugo, and Juan Soto in the outfield. All right, that sounds really good because you have Judge in a corner right field side in defense. He's pretty good there. Verdugo's pretty elite in the center side. Soto, so a little bit on defense, but you know what his bat can bring. But it's a left-handed bat in Yankee Stadium. Still a real young man. We understand what they gave up on the pitching prospect side for the Yankees. But they were almost dead last in the AL East last year. I think they were by a couple games on that side. Is Juan Soto enough to get them back in the postseason?
But it has to have everyone come together. It's not just the outfield, but you did mention about the lack of pitching staff. They have one of the bigger payrolls in the MLB, and they need to emphasize on pitching staff if they want to go deep. I feel that is the missing piece for them. But Juan Soto should help them get into the playoffs. I don't know if this puts them to title status because you win in games in the playoffs by means of pitching.
You do. And again, they're in the AL East, which is like the most difficult of the divisions you could have. Because again, we did the opening game with Texas and Tampa. I don't know if either of us expected Texas to go the whole way, but by the time we got to the World Series portion, you and I knew it was over at that point. But you still have Tampa, and you have the Baltimore Orioles that won over 100 games. So will the Yankees be able to leapfrog both of those teams? That's the question.
And that's a big question. And I want to speak of the Orioles. They signed nine-time All-Star closer Craig Kimbrell to their roster. He's basically, he can get you there for the regular season. Though in playoffs, that feels like a time where he slows down.
Right. They do need a little bit of bullpen help alongside Felix Bautista. They gave him a lot of money to do that, though. So I don't mind getting the sign in there for Kimbrel. I think it's a good move, but maybe the amount of money is where I might scratch my head a little bit. That's all I will say. But we'll figure out what happens with the rest of these teams as we get more moves in the hot stove, and we'll see what ends up happening right now.
And still, we wait on Shohei Ohtani. And a little update on the Shohei Ohtani front. There is one of the better players from Japan, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and he says that wherever Ohtani goes, I'll follow.
I know that there's a lot of people, as far as I'm friends with, who just won the World Series, and the Texas Rangers would like to get Shohei. Maybe you get both then on that side, because that would make that team a little bit more ridiculous, considering we watched the 19-year-old Evan Carter, you watched the 24-year-old Josh Young with that team. I'm hoping, honestly, Alec, that that doesn't happen because I'm afraid Texas might win the World Series for the next 3 or 4 years.
Oh, it was just how deep of a prospect pool they have.
Right.
Having them getting Ohtani and Yamamoto would make the Rangers an unfair team. Boy, it feels like the KD era Golden State Warriors, if we're being honest.
That's what I'm thinking on that side. So if both of them are locked to go to one team, I'll say I hope it's not Texas only for that reason. I know it'd be sour grapes on my end, but here's the other problem. If I say that too, I don't think anybody wants to see the pair both go to the Yankees.
Yeah, I don't feel so either. Though most likely people are saying Dodgers left and right.
Right.
They're one of the finalists for it. You know, what would be the level of interest of them going to Seattle, knowing that Ichiro Suzuki previously played there?
That's what I say. I always throw that out there, and it's not just because of Cooper Hopkins. I agree with you on the Ichiro Suzuki part. They have the Japanese influence on that, and I feel like that would be a big draw for them to do that. I think that that would be nice to see. They also have a lot of that draw right now on the Red Sox as well, although I think they're not going to be players, but they have a good Japanese contingent on that side. So that'll be something to watch out for. And I'm not saying for the Tigers at all, but they did sign Kenta Maeda. I'd like to get more Japanese players in the Detroit market on that side because that's an influx and pool of talent. And once you start to bring them in, it draws more. That allows your team to be able to get better.
Oh man, the Japanese market in baseball still goes strong. And also the South Korean market, if we remember about Ha-Sung Kim of the Padres.
Yeah, you have to be able to pick up on all those pools. You can't just have Dominican talent all the way across the board. Good teams have a pool of talent across everywhere. They have the good payroll. They have the pool of talent. They draft well across all portions and regions. It's just like any sport when you think about it on the side for hockey, right? You have the German talent, you have the Russian talent, you have Canadian talent. It works the same way in baseball. You have to have it across all the portions and leagues.
Yeah, all throughout Europe, we speak of hockey, and all the talent throughout the world would be the U.S., Canada, and all throughout Europe.
Right.
Even the Scandinavian countries, Finland, Sweden, and even in Germany, Switzerland, and they have some teams over in Italy, over out as Dallas, Washington is going to overtime as we speak. So this may be a good time of going through the scores here. Nashville leads 5-1 over Tampa. It was first Alex Barry-Boulet, but it's been fired unanswered for the press. Yusuf Parsonen, Philip Forsberg, Ryan McDonough, Roman Yossi, Yakov Trenin, and empty net. Nashville should seal this.
Man, I'm not sure what's going on with Tampa because they get bloodbath by Dallas. They come back and punch them in the head. They get the win against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and now they're getting railroaded by Nashville.
It feels like it's a seesaw here for Tampa Bay as they're beginning to feel the effects of many years of Stanley Cup content.
I think that's well said on that side. Let me pick this back up.
Yeah, 37 with this guy just makes great decisions all the time. 50 assists, no turnover, step you back.
I'm just going to go ahead and recharge my phone. I guess it died, but we'll pick it up here before the second half. We'll take over on that side. So I'm just going to have to stall again for about 5 seconds, and I'll be right back in here as far as the call. I don't have anyone on the YouTube side, so I think we'll be okay. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that this charges back up. So give me about 15 seconds and we'll join back in on the feed.
It's the spring holiday special. And my grandma, she told me when I was like your age.
Yeah, well, my grandma taught me too. Hey, Grandma.
All right, let's get started. So Frosty's the key, guys. Gingerbread got that sweet. Look, Shrimp, we gonna get that frosty.
You're welcome.
Your melty wishes are our command. With the new sugar Swiss, it'll warm your hands and brighten your day. Happy day. Happy your way.
And she should not be picking up. All right. Right. Try to speak again.
Sorry about that. It looks like my phone died, so we should be good now. I got it all plugged in.
Oh, so your phone died?
Yeah, no, it died. We're good now.
All right. So everything is good to go here. Oh, so there's got to have the charger up and aboard here. Of course, the importance. It's all good, John.
No, I did on that side. I had some battery, but my battery decided no.
And, well, like a hockey goaltender
Yeah.
stopping a shot.
Absolutely. So I know we were going to the scoreboard side of it. What are the other ones that you wanted to hit?
Yeah. Last touch on the Islanders 7-3 over the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, that's a big time win there for them on that side. Again, we talked about the record a little bit for the Islanders, been all over the place. They had to get the win against the Blue Jackets, but again, they're 11-7-7.
And it's strange because they average the least amount of time drill per game, yet it feels they just can't stop blowing leads in the third period, but this time not the case. But some people on the Islanders fan base, they want to see Lane Lambert gone, but I feel this may be more on Lou Lamoriello and not improving the offensive scoring talent.
I agree with you on that side. I think it's a little bit too early for Lane Lambert right now. He just got there over a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, coming in as Barry Tross's replacement, and his rookie year coaching the team, carrying over the same systems that Tross had, and there you have it, much more or less for the Islanders. He has more the same employment that Tross has. The Kings shut out the Canadians and improved to 11-0-0 on the road, 4-0, and 2 goals for Quinton Byfield, one on the man advantage.
Was it that long ago that some NHL fans, and no, it wasn't us, they're kind of wondering how good Quinton Byfield is? You need to give the kid some time. Now he looks to be a fantastic player.
It feels like the right pick as second overall right behind Alexei Lafreniere. This was the right pick for LA. We're not going to twist it by any means. This is a safe selection, and good that he is getting ice time right next to Anze Kopitar and Adrian Kempe.
I kind of think of Anze Kopitar the same way I think about LeBron James. Is that fair?
The longevity.
Yeah.
For a player in LA. And speaking of LeBron James, entering the second half with 21 points. You want to take this second half, my friend?
Sure. Everything should be good to go on that side. Again, I did have a little bit of battery, but now everything's plugged in. So what we will do when we get to the final side is Alec will close it out in the second and fourth. I'll take the first and third, but I'll close out this second half. And if you do want to interject, take a quarter, you can, but I'll take this third at least, and we'll see what happens here. 67-54. That was the score at halftime. The Lakers have been out in front by 13. I remember what I said on Tuesday. What adjustments will the Suns make for Frank Vogel? Well, it turns out they made all the adjustments, and they made it a nail-biting game. Now it's up to Willie Green to try to find the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Pelicans, it's been the first quarter where they made it tight, but the second quarter, that's when the flaws start to show. Now the Pelicans are still young, and there's still time for this young core to get things rolling, but they need to keep up with the big boys.
Yes, they do. So they're interviewing Darvin Ham right now. Jonas Valanciunas thought about a three from the right wing side, back to Brandon Ingram. CJ McCollum jump stop. Valanciunas is wide open, and Anthony Davis able to breathe a sigh of relief. I'm not sure why they keep leaving Valanciunas open on that side because he really can knock it down, as it's D'Angelo Russell to the King. Number 23's got it, trying to put his head down over Valanciunas, and he lays it in.
Of course, right on cue. First basket off the bat, and that's what he does, driving right down for the lead. He's made a living out of this.
69-54 is the score. Zion, too strong off the glass, cleared by Anthony Davis. D'Angelo Russell go left to right, shoots the three, too strong off the front of the rim, and this will be skied by CJ. This will go right to left. So they are in the road whites in the mix with the gold piping on the side. Good fake by Herb Jones. Extra pass. Valanciunas thought about it. He'll take it from 12, miss it off the front of the rim, and LeBron's got it. So purple gold will be going left to right here in the third. Alec, Nava, and John on here with you on this side as we just switched off between play-by-play caller. Davis from James lobs it in.
The connection that LA needs. We speak about Anthony Davis having just a few points entering halftime. He had 6. He's up to 8. This is what we need to see more from AD about the pick and roll game. That's the Lakers' strength.
That was a great floater there inside from McCollum over the outstretched hands of AD. My goodness.
On the other way, they saw what LeBron and AD did. Perhaps a similar looking move. So we have another layup on the other side. This time, D'Lo from LeBron.
My goodness, LeBron, that was just a no-look pass there, a little shovel from about 20 feet. Easy pocket pass. As it's Brandon Ingram off the half spin, trying to get down the lane. Lost his dribble, throws it up wildly. Torian Prince out ahead. Lakers on in front. Bounce to AD. He does not finish. Why didn't D'Angelo Russell take that one?
That I have no idea. I felt that he wanted to give AD a chance at a poster dunk on Herbert Jones, but Jones stayed with AD the entire way. We're not sure if this was the right call from D'Lo, because in my opinion, D'Lo should have laid this one in for the easy deuce.
I mean, I guess on the other side, because I agree with you 100,000%, Alec, that you can draw the foul. But D'Angelo's got nobody in front of him. You make a pass back to Anthony Davis, it allows Herb Jones to catch up.
And I mean, you're taking one too many passes back there. But the first pass with Torian Prince and him fighting D'Lo, that was the right call. The questionable move was from D'Lo. I get the logic behind a poster dunk. You want to get one on the highlight reel. But sometimes you have to settle in for the easier plays.
Yeah, just take the easy two next time. I'm sure that's what Darvin Ham's going to say. So Anthony Davis can't make both. He splits the pair. Lakers have their biggest lead. It's 18. This has been the most lopsided of the playing games so far, at least in the knockout rounds. We'll see if it continues. Valanciunas wide open again. This time he does shoot. He misses it. It bounces off of D'Angelo Russell. What's the call going to be here? Is this going to actually go against the Lakers?
Yeah, it's going to be a loose ball foul on Anthony Davis from what the referees are saying.
Wow, we did not even see that off the side of our camera. So this will be back with the Pelicans again, as it's CJ McCollum. Little handoff here for Valanciunas. He's probing from 16, misses up the front of the rim. Another fast break opportunity again. It falls in the hands of LeBron. Cleaned up by Davis.
Wow. Well, this has to be one of the best plays. Unfortunately, it's not going to count because of a foul that occurred before the dunk by AD. Herb Jones is going to be called for another one, but mark this down as one of the greatest in-season tournament plays that didn't count.
Exactly. And again, I'll have to throw it out again for Herb Jones. He pretty much stopped 2 automatic plays.
He pretty much stopped that. Well, even though Herb Jones was forced to eat up 2 fouls, we may see some of the defense that he's been showing out there. Sometimes that's the price of having to play such defense.
So we'll see if LeBron can put the Lakers up by 20. I think it's a good decision for Alec to have me throw this back over here because he's going to get all the exciting parts. I might just get the complete blowout parts here if this continues. What can the Pelicans do to answer? Again, we saw it from the Suns on the Tuesday side. I didn't know if the Pelicans had the personnel to be able to match it because when you have guys like Booker and Kevin Durant, a little bit different. They really need Brandon Ingram to answer, Zion to answer, Spin from Zion. He does score over Davis here. He's got to get it started.
He has to. With how he's played from the first half, we saw the missed defensive assignments, and we saw about how much he has been needed on both ends of the court. They need him badly.
So Valanciunas gets a stop after getting hit in the head. This goes to Zion, puts his head down. He's got 4 consecutive points. The bulldozer starting to get it going here. Zion, it's 76-60. Right now, the point spread live is at 14.5, and the Lakers are at above 90% chance of winning this. Maybe it should be higher, but we'll see what happens here. Anthony Davis been very quiet. Davis now backing down, gets the double, show and go. It's LeBron. It bounced off Ingram, stays alive. Torian Prince for 3. And now Jonas Valanciunas gets the rebound. It's CJ slowly up the timeline. Herb Jones puts his head down, bounces up in the air, and saved by Russell. A little bit out of control here for Willie Green's squad. Slow it down for Torian. Now Davis and LeBron. Right wing side. Top of the key for 3. Stop it, LeBron! He did it again!
Oh, yes, indeed, John. Stop it. Stop it. You're giving all of us a heart attack here with all of those logo praise. Stop the madness right now.
Over the outstretched hand of Zion Williamson. Doesn't matter. He shakes his head. So do I. We go to break. 79-60 with 8:09 left in the third.
Oh, my goodness. 28 points? The scary part is he may not even be done yet and trying to best what he had against the Suns. Could a 40-point game be realistic?
I think so, Alec. I think it's in the cards right now. I'll write it down. I don't see any way LeBron slows down, especially if he keeps knocking down these contested three-pointers. Maybe only one of them was open, but all of them have been either logo or contested.
And it's either been contested or logo. We saw about logo freeze and no look freeze in which he fires it and then turns back. And Steph Curry likes doing that as well. In the meantime, as the Dallas Stars prevail in the shootout over the Washington Capitals, Jason Robertson, the hero. LeBron, he's been firing that three-pointer no matter where it is. He's been practicing that more often, perhaps due to the Steph Curry effect. Two rivals that respect one another.
Yeah, you have that, and then they will say this too, because I know Vince Carter, he started to practice that a little bit more once his athleticism dropped a little bit, but you never really could tell because he was well over 40 years old and still dunking. I still feel like that's what we'll see with LeBron, but that's the transition that they say players start to make as you lose a little bit of athleticism. You knock down some threes, but here's the thing that Alec and I know. LeBron hasn't even lost a step at all.
About that dead battery. Oh boy. Believe that. About knocking down the open three-pointers.
I don't know if everything is catching up, if there's a little bit of delay again.
Okay. Oh, you're back.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it might have just lagged on that side. But what I was saying was we saw the transition there from Vince Carter losing athleticism, but LeBron hasn't lost any of it. And he's also gained some of this range here. So it's still pretty scary for everyone else to deal with. We'll see if he can continue to knock down the shots.
He's been knocking it down. Of course, it doesn't matter where he is. He's just going to find ways to knock down the open shots when he gets those opportunities. He has 28 points. The scary part is he's 9 of 11 from the field, just 2 misses.
Ridiculous. Again, you really can't do much better than that. I apologize if there's any issues on the Twitter space side. I'll have to blame Elon, but at least the battery side and everything else is good for me. So hopefully everything else will continue to hold. If it completely falls apart, then Alec can take it away, and I'll take the backup side. But I think we should be good here. But right now, the Lakers enjoying a big lead, 79-60, as we're in the middle of a break. We're just coming back now with 8:04 left in the third. Right now, Brandon Ingram, here was the FanDuel side of it. He's supposed to score 24 points. He's only got 9. That's a big reason why the Pelicans are down 19.
He needs to heat up here because it cannot be all Zion in this game. The Pelicans need to find ways. They have Brandon Ingram open. He's 9 points. You didn't mention about his shooting percentage, or did you? But he's 4 of 9.
Yeah, again, we've thrown that out there. And again, Brandon Ingram is one of those guys that's not quite at 50% this year, but he kind of shoots in mass. And the thing is, when you shoot in mass, at least you're going to get yourself guaranteed 20, 25 points. Right now, again, as you said, 4 of 9, 9 points minus 13. Zion did force his way to the line. Zion's missed a couple. Now he's missed 3 of his last 6.
He's 1 for 6 from the line, not the way that you want to have for your best player. Wow, there's another miss.
Yeah, that is not good for Willie Green's squad. He's 6 of 7 from the field, but he's not found the range at the line. Missed this one woefully short. And LeBron's going to get the easiest rebound in the world. He'll take this one left to right. Again, you got to guard LeBron from everywhere. That red zone kind of looks like a 2K hot zone. As this is picked up now toward the right side. Fake the spin. A shovel attempt from Cam Reddish. He's going to draw the foul and go to the line. This will go against Valanciunas.
Valanciunas already has 2 fouls against him. Cam Reddish, he's one of those guys that can get either hot or cold. Here, Reddish is feeling it right now, 2 of 4. Even though he has 7 points, some stats may deceive you.
And I know you mentioned this the other day when we covered the game on Tuesday about the former Duke Blue Devil. And I know he's a high pick, but I like his game. The defense and the athleticism, I think, is exactly what the Lakers miss.
And they really need the defense and the athleticism from Reddish. Zion's former teammate at Duke, that's what Duke valued when he was on there during that time when he was with there between those two and R.J. Barrett.
Here was a bad pass. This is picked up by McCollum off the bounce. Valanciunas could have taken that one. Herb Jones will instead. Left wing side miss, and this is skied by Reddish. And on the other side, when Zion was at Duke, he was a defensive showcase and a stopper, but you haven't seen a lot of that in the NBA, although he's bulldozed inside. They need more rebounds. LeBron will draw the foul. And the Lakers, Alec, are going to try to go up by 23.
Man, this would be 23, number 23
Yes.
on the way to paving them that road. Already has 28 points. We were predicting that he would land 40 tonight. And if it gets even more ugly, well, he may not need 40, and he may just rest up unless something happens, in which a situation calls for him to come back out there, but he's on the way to 40.
I agree with you on that. So, and again, if he has to go for the rest, don't blame us on that side for anyone that's trying to be a betting man, because I'm with Alec on that. 40 is definitely possible, but if this turns into a 30, 40-point game, even LeBron can take a rest. But here was the thing. In the second quarter, when the Lakers had a double-digit lead, LeBron's rest was only about 2 minutes, and the Pelicans got this within about 3. LeBron had to come back in, and ever since he's done that, this game's been completely one-sided.
Ever since he came back after his 2-minute rest, LeBron has been mostly doing a lot of work for the Lakers. He's either scoring for them, and when he's not, he's dishing out dimes to the rest of them. His 7 assists, which easily paces the team.
Yeah, this looks almost like a scrimmage right now, the way that this is being played. As Brandon Ingram tried to go right at Anthony Davis, that's not a good decision. And now LeBron will take this one left to right. He'll bounce it, get this at the top of the key, little shovel handoff to D'Angelo Russell, and another dime for the King. It's 86-60.
Oh, this is starting to turn into a complete mismatch. When LeBron's not scoring, he's going to be assisting on buckets. That's the way he rolls. He can give you 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 in today's game, but when he doesn't have a lane to shoot, he'll find the open man. That's how dangerous he still is.
LeBron tried to Euro. You got an air ball there, and Anthony Davis tried to finish it, but Anthony Davis gets fouled. He was showcasing a little bit of his English there off the rim, LeBron, but he did miss it.
Oh, a little bit. No, AD, if the Lakers, they want to go up against the Pacers from how this game is rolling around as they lead by 26 and seem to be in position to run away with this game, they need to have the real Anthony Davis show up.
They do. And again, I think it's a good time that you throw the segue out there because I know the game's starting to get out of hand here. It's going to be 88 to 60 as Anthony Davis does have 10, 12, 3, and 2 on that side. So the stats are looking better. But yeah, for as good as the Lakers look, again, Alec, I have to say this. I'm not going to put anything past the Indiana Pacers right now. They've already shown you going through the Celtics and the Bucks that they can win this whole thing.
It is shown with of a great offense. Sometimes this grade A offense would be one of the better defenses. When you score in bunches, that would mean you're slowing down the other team and making them look tired.
LeBron, don't look to Davis. Are you kidding me?
Oh, stop it! Stop it! Someone's gonna be, oh my goodness, fainting of shock upon seeing that three-pointer, or don't, excuse me, but three-pointer in the case of D'Lo. This is what LeBron brings around. 21 years in the league, and he's still bringing the heat. Stop it! Just stop it!
I understand some people will look at me in the part of the broadcast and say, what am I getting exciting for? I made it a 30-point game. Well, that was a no-look lob in midair to Anthony Davis facing the wrong way for LeBron. Makes it look easy. Willie Green forced to call a timeout. Again, the Lakers up by a 30-burger with 5:44 left to go in the third.
And speaking of Birdie, LeBron has Birdie and is just 2 assists away from a double-double. He's a plus 36 on the night. Anthony Davis, 13, Dorian Prince, 12, D'Angelo Russell, 14. They don't even need Austin Reeves to come out there in bunches. He has 8 points. He's played 14 minutes. But if we're being frank, with how LeBron's been playing tonight, easily he's been the best player on the court. As Birdie is more than half than any other player on the court.
So, Alec, I know this is half jokingly, but do you play pickup basketball?
When we're being real, this looks like pickup basketball for the Lakers because it's been a scrimmage nearly. Like Birdie in this match has a little more extra practice ahead of facing the Pacers.
Because I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I'll sub in Alec Nava for Max Christie, and I think Alec Nava is going to take the Lakers to the victory right now with 5:34 left in the third.
Yeah, we feel confident in this because we would see with how big of a lead the Lakers are, you would see that their defense, they've been locking down the Pelicans and just limiting them to just 6 points past the halfway mark of the third. They've outscored them 23 to 6 in this run. Outside the first quarter, they have been taking off like a rocket.
Great call out on that side. Again, I usually throw that out. I'm glad you did on that side. 23 to 6 for the Lakers in this quarter. I'll just pull up this other part of the box here and look at the team stats and see if anything else pops out as well. The Lakers, again, we talked about the first quarter in that Tuesday game, how well they shot over 50%. Now they're over 54.5% on that side. The Pelicans aren't shooting poorly. They're at 40% right now, but the Lakers are on fire from distance, 13 of 25 in comparison to 6 and 20. And another big turnaround. The Pelicans are awful from the free throw line right now, 6 of 12, and the Lakers 17 of 19. They're leading in every category you would want.
Well, it seems from what we see of who shot the free throws, Brandon Ingram is 1 of 2, Herb Jones 2 of 2, Valanciunas is 2 of 2, but where the eye opener is at, Zion. He's responsible for 5 of those misses. I'm wondering if there is a hack a Zion strategy that some other teams may look at watching the film from this game.
That's a good call on that side, Alec, and I really didn't imagine. I think Zion's got to be having a little bit of an off night because I thought he shot free throws a little bit better than Shaq.
We talked about hack a Shaq,
Yeah.
which the former Mavericks coach Don Nelson would employ in slowing down Shaq to get him going. It's the same thing that the Hawks used on Ben Simmons in that semifinal series in the East in 21.
So we'll see if the Pelicans have any sort of life. I'm not going to go ahead and put up hope on this. I do think they cut in the deficit and don't lose by 30, as LeBron does go to the bench, be able to get some rest. The question is now, how much rest is he going to get? So they'll call a goaltend. Herbert Jones gets the drive and layup, gets a two, as Pelicans are down 28. Again, it's win or go home in the semifinals right now. As LeBron was getting a little bit settled, going to get back up now, but he's still taking his rest. He's getting cooled down, as it's D'Angelo Russell on the right wing side. Dump in here for Davis. How long is Davis going to play? Good cut for Russell. Inside pass, picked up, gets blocked partially. And where will this stay? This will be an opportunity here for the Pelicans to start again with 5:11 left in the third, as Austin Reeves will check in.
So even though he's checking in with having played 14 minutes, with how he's played, well, this may be a good call in trying to get him some reps here because you said it again. We need to say this one more time. This has been looking like a scrimmage match for LA.
Yeah, and again, when you insert somebody like Austin Reeves, you're not just inserting the three-point shot. You're also playing some good defense and everything else as well. He's kind of done a lot in this tournament, as this will be picked up now with a couple extra passes and a drive to the lane. Just misses out on that side for Herb Jones, and this will be a pickup here for Austin Reeves, as Reeves will get the screen from Rui. Now at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 10. Lakers being a little methodical in this offense. Up inside to Davis. Extra pass. As this will be sent across for Torian Prince. And my, oh my, call off the dogs already. 93-62.
Oh, every single one of his buckets is a three-pointer. And 5 of those, 5 being from range, and 8 of his 9 shots are three-pointers. He's shooting that thing with confidence.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the way it did for Grayson Allen against the Suns. That's what Torian Prince is doing for the Lakers. As Trey Murphy made his last basket, it's a miss for the Lakers. Picked up now by CJ McCollum, right wing side, step back against Davis. He had a way open look, but he missed it. And Torian Prince will get the rebound. It'll be Austin Reeves going to get a chance to run some point. Reeves now at the top of the key. Get this pass across. Is able to put the head down and draw the foul, does Hachimura. And we'll see what happens here as we get some line changes. It'll be Jose Alvarado and Zion Williamson as Rui Hachimura goes to the line.
So perhaps the Lakers are starting to use that second unit more and more, knowing that they're running away with this. Honestly, it's a good call. They only have to use one timeout, and they're up by 29 with Rui heading to the line. McCollum checks out, and there's that mask there for Rui.
So again, as you said with the rest, maybe it's a good thing for LeBron and Davis or anyone else to get some extended rest because they're going to have to run a gun against the Pacers, aren't they?
Yeah, they may have to do that because if we're being honest, the Pacers, they're not a team to be taken lightly with that vicious offense.
I want to see, honestly, when we get to that game on Saturday, who is going to guard Tyrese Halliburton? Is LeBron going to get the difficult matchup, do you think?
If I'm the Lakers, perhaps I would say Cam Reddish
Mm-hmm.
to start off. LeBron could be assigned to go up against either one. I would say Buddy Hield or Obi Toppin or Bruce Brown if we're talking about them. But how about one-on-one between AD and Miles Turner and LeBron on Toppin?
I like that against AD and Miles Turner because I kind of think and I want to say this as nice as I can, it's not a bargain version of Anthony Davis, but Miles Turner can be an absolute animal.
Yeah, he can be. He knows the Pacers. He's been around with them for a long time, and he knows defense. It's basically defense on defense.
I feel like, again, I know it's easy to say because it's almost a 32-point game, but I think the Pacers could at least keep this within 10 or less against the Lakers. Am I crazy?
And, well, you're being logical here. Let's be honest.
I feel like it's going to be a good game in the final side. I mean, Alec and I expected the Lakers to win this game. I didn't expect them to be up by 31, but it's Davis now, as he's got it in for Cam Reddish near the right wing side. He'll take a couple dribbles and he'll have to pick it back up. Give it to Rui now. Rui down the lane. A nice little slide across the glass. 97-64.
Some of the things that made Rui a first-round pick back with Washington. If we all remember what happened there, he was a first-round pick. Didn't get a lot of points, but it sits there into a nice role player role with the Lakers coming off the bench.
So Najee Marshall works his way to the line and able to shoot two. Again, it's a little bit academic at this point. It's a shame considering how much time is left. But for the Pelicans, I'm going to say this honestly, Alec. They have some talent. When you have CJ McCollum, you have Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. Nobody's going to deny that. But when I see them play against the Lakers right now, and the Lakers are playing a much better level than they are in comparison to the regular season, not outside the in-season tournament. They're just 8-9. But right now, the Pelicans look like they need a few more pieces, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Can't be just Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson the entire time. Yes, Herb Jones is amazing on defense. Yes, CJ McCollum has been amazing ever since he came over from Portland. But you need another piece or two.
I'm kind of wondering, honestly, and again, I know Lonzo Ball was hurt, but you remember a few seasons ago when Lonzo Ball was on the Pelicans, I kind of like that team a little bit more than I like this team.
And let's be honest, it feels like it got a little more electric with Lonzo on the Pelicans because he feels like he was running the show along the backcourt. But now that he's perennially injured on Chicago, it feels a little different. And
Yeah.
it's sad that he's not seeing the court a lot since like he used to.
Yeah, because he's really worked on his jump shot and his defense. Austin Reeves lobs it to Anthony Davis, and Trey Murphy answers with a three-pointer, but it's 101-69. The Lakers have 101 points, but 2 minutes left to go in the third, as it's Anthony Davis now bringing the ball up the timeline. Davis, cross-court pass, Reddish wide open, and he misses it, as this will be skied here for Marshall, and he'll make a back pass, easily picked off there for Austin Reeves. It's 1-on-2. He needs some support, but I guess not. He'll lay it in.
Oh, it's been this kind of night for New Orleans. They're just helpless. They just can't do anything now.
Alvarado pass here on the other side for Marshall. Marshall inside for Zion. He couldn't even grab the basketball for a moment. Now he tries to back down AD. There's a long three-point opportunity way off the front of the rim, and Anthony Davis certainly got those hops. As this is picked up now, Anthony Davis gets to run point. That tells you how crazy this is going. He can still do it, though, as this is near the right elbow. Picked up here for Rui. Back inside for Davis. Davis draws the double team. Wide open is Rui. And why not? 106-69.
It's just amazing how much the amazing work the Lakers are doing back and forth, no matter where it is. You mentioned about AD running point. Well, not typical for a power forward like him to run point, but anything that helps to get the wide open guys right at the spot. 5 assists. He also has 15 rebounds.
So it was a heck of a save by Purple and Gold there, and then Vanderbilt's wide open underneath the basket. Nobody picked them up. Lakers up by 39, as this is skied for Austin Reeves. Honestly, I don't remember covering a blowout like this in terms of what's at stake, but sometimes we see these things. Shot clock about a second difference. The Lakers could go up by more than 40 if they make this one. Austin Reeves probing, trying to get around Zion. He's going to draw the foul. He gets a chance for the Lakers to go up by 40.
This is, oh my goodness. Stop the game. Is there any form of mercy rule that the Pelicans can use right now? Because we need to ask ourselves this question. They've only scored 17 in this quarter. The Lakers, so far, 42 and counting.
Alec, like I said, again, it's just a half joke because I appreciate working with you. It's been a lot of fun. You did a great job of sending it over to me in the second half, so give yourself a pat on the back, sir, as it's an opportunity now for Austin Reeves. Lakers up by 41, and now Jose Alvarado looks like he could get the last shot. I think I'm a little bit ahead of myself on that side. So he will make it. He'll make it a 39-point game off the floater, but we still have another 12 minutes left to play, but as Alec just mentioned, off a full court attempt. That would have been ridiculous. But off of what Alec just mentioned about point differential, a little bit difference of what they would do for point differential before you got into the tournament. What they should do now for next year is if a team's up by 30 going into the fourth quarter, they should just forfeit the rest of the game.
It feels that way. There should be a mercy rule, similar to what baseball is, but the coaches can get a little agreement entering the fourth quarter on them not playing the fourth quarter. If it comes to this, as in-season tournaments or playoffs, it will be more suitable because in the rest of the regular season, maybe you can use this time to get your other guys suited up and get some reps.
I think that's the only thing right now for Willie Green left to do, whether it's fair or unfair. I'm emptying my bench right now, so that means Jordan Hawkins, who we saw out of UConn. You got Lewis, you got Zeller, you got Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Dyson Daniels. You're all getting minutes. Come on down. It's the Price is Right.
And the price is right indeed. Take us back to that show. And for the Lakers, you mentioned about them, Christian Wood, Max Lewis, Jalen Hood Shavino, Jackson Hayes, Max Christie.
Yeah.
It's their time right now on rolling out. I feel it's time for them to come out and get some minutes. Between them, those five, Dyson Daniels, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Cody Zeller, Kieran Lewis, and Jordan Hawkins. Men of UConn we covered between them and Adama Sanogo.
So again, it's worth revisiting. Alex said this on the 40 side point. I agree with him, but now the game's completely blown out, so we might not even see LeBron for this fourth quarter. But if his night is over, it's 23 minutes of work, 9 of 12 shooting, 4 of 4 from distance, 8 of 8 from the line to go with 30 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and a plus 36. What more can the man do?
I mean, 30 points and 8 assists on a very efficient shooting night. Well, and on a complete blowout of the Pelicans, this is going to suffice.
Yeah, I don't know what more you can say with that on the other side. Again, Anthony Davis looks like he's getting the bulk of the minutes. And again, for Anthony Davis, when we talked about him needing to step up, how about a plus 35 for Davis? 16 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. That's pretty good as well.
And he's bounced back from that first half with 10 points in this third quarter alone, and now he's gone off for 15 boards, 5 steals, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 5 of 10 shooting. And he bounced back for the 1-4 start, and he has hit several key dunks and layups up in the third quarter. We mentioned about the pick and roll game. That's been the strength of the Lakers, especially Anthony Davis, who thrives on the pick and rolls. Heading into the fourth quarter here, and we see some of those Vegas lights on those Vegas nights.
I do want to mention this. If you want to get a real structure, again, Alec mentioned this, and this is the primo, 43-17 in the third. That's why the Lakers are out in front. Here's another dart to throw at the Pelicans here. Austin Reeves has 12 for the Lakers. The leading scorer here for the Pelicans is Zion with 13. So that should tell you everything that you need to know right now, as we got 12 minutes mercifully left in the Pelican season in the in-season tournament. They're down 110-71 as Austin Reeves has a chance to run some point, and there's a screen on the other side. It looks like it's going to be going the other way.
Oh, I don't know what else is to say of New Orleans here. Perhaps I can give you some status updates as the Chicago Blackhawks scored the only goal against the Anaheim Ducks. Peter Mrazek with 37 saves. Phil Kershaw, the only goal.
That's a good win for them on that side for the Chicago Blackhawks. I know the Anaheim Ducks are struggling a little bit, but the Blackhawks, they've done pretty well. And Connor Bedard as well. He's got a ton of points. Once they start getting more talent around him, you better look out.
And of course, once they get more talent, well, he and Kershaw have established a nice chemistry with one another and throughout.
So Trey Murphy up a Euro step makes the 2. Again, we're just waiting for the rest of this game to be done on this side. We're going to take a lot of bench time, you would imagine, on this end. But it's got to feel good for the Lakers. And again, Alec, is whoever wins this gets an extra $500,000, correct?
And the winner gets an extra $500,000. to take home. Jose Alvarado, he said that he's going to give his money to his children if the Pelicans win it. Looks like that's not going to be the case anymore.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take whatever money and is betting at the casinos here at this point because this game is done. It's Alvarado now off the bounce pass. It'll be Murphy trying to drive his lane again. Extra work. Cody Zeller again. You never thought you would see him out there. He's gonna take a shot, and he's got a little bit less hair than I do. I guess that makes me feel better. As just the center crossed off the rebound for Austin Reeves, knifing his way through the lane. And the Lakers go back up by 41.
So, again, continuing the scrimmage, and none other than Austin Reeves, who leads the second unit. Him being a role player on the Lakers with most of the starting five out there, but now that the starting five has been rested, he now gets to lead the second unit out there, and so far, it's so good for him.
Missed several times for the Pelicans before they finally get a third offensive rebound, and Dyson Daniels gets a dunk at the rim. Again, the Lakers way out in front. I probably won't do as many scoring notages as I normally would do, kind of use it like a radio call because this is so lopsided. It's picked up now for Austin Reeves off the half spin, trying to beat three defenders. Good cross pass. It's Rui Hachimura getting around Zeller and laying it in. That's a nice move.
Oh, bring out the katanas because Rui slashed his way right down through the middle.
Here's a drive at the lane, and this should draw a foul. Here's Trey Murphy. He's still playing like there's something to play for. And you should. You should be happy to be. Regardless if you're the New Orleans Pelicans, nobody likes to get mollywopped. But you should be happy to be here. They played well. They got to the point where they just ran into the Lakers, and the Lakers really just turned on the buzzsaw.
It feels that it really does. Locking down on the Pelicans. So I would say if you're in New Orleans, there's no shame in getting to this point because you beat out a heavily favored Sacramento Kings team led by the electric De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. If you beat the Kings, you definitely earned your spot here.
I agree with you, Alec, on that side. For as lopsided as it is, that was a big-time win. And honestly, I expected the Kings to play the Lakers. Admittedly, that would have been a better matchup for us to watch between the matchups in between the Lakers and the Kings as far as the speed and the scoring offenses. But when I watch this again, as we talked about going into this fourth, I just don't know if the Pelicans have enough weapons or if they're a better team now than they were before. I said the same thing about the Suns on Tuesday, as this is lobbed and missed up in the air off a floater from Alvarado. And this will be picked up here for Austin Reeves. And if you're Darvin Ham, we'll do the same thing. We'll say the same thing as before. The way that, wow, it's another three Austin Reeves, my goodness. The way that the Lakers have played in this in-season tournament, if they can just bottle this up there for the rest of the regular season, the Lakers could be one of the teams that's left standing here as far as a Larry O'Brien trophy.
Yeah, we've seen this from the Lakers in their postseason run. We need to see more of this from them in the rest of the regular season. As a reminder that regular season games, no matter how strong or weak the opponent is, all of them need to be taken seriously, no matter who the opponent is. Amazing work by them, and they can continue this down for the line if they want to get another deep playoff run like they did last season when they knocked out the Grizzlies and the Warriors.
Yeah. Good work there for Jordan Hawkins as he made pretty much a 1-on-3 layup. As you take a timeout here, does Darvin Ham squad. Question for me, does LeBron James play any more minutes in this game, Alec? We got 8:15 left.
Well, I wouldn't risk it to mitigate the risk of injury because, you're up by as much as 40. So you don't want to risk injury to your best player ahead of the game against the Pacers.
I agree with you on that side. I think LeBron's going to get his full rest. He's going to be game planning here for the Pacers. I wish today was Saturday now, considering the way that this game is going. I know we'll have to wait a couple more days, but let's revisit the scoreboard. I didn't get a chance to cover this with you on this side, but a 128-119 victory for the Indiana Pacers over the Bucks. So Tyrese Halliburton again, 37 minutes, 11 of 19 shooting, 3 of 9 from deep, 15 assists, 27 points. He certainly has been a man on the mission, and they survived Giannis's 13 of 19 from the field, 11 of 13 from the free throw line. They survived 37 and 10 from Giannis.
And that's impressive for the Pacers that they are able to pull up back-to-back upsets with Halliburton leading the charge, Miles Turner with 26 as well. Yes, we mentioned about the 15 assists from Hallie. The most impressive part from him, he did not turn over the ball.
That's crazy considering what everybody is out there in front of you when you have a Tentakumbo, you got Middleton, you got Lillard out there to bother you, you got Lopez at the rim. The fact that you didn't turn the ball over at all, that's incredible considering what's out there in front of you. And now Halliburton's next task seemingly is going to be LeBron and Anthony Davis. I know, honestly, Rick Carlisle and Tyrese Halliburton, they're just going to have fun on Saturday no matter what happens. But this run and gun style of offense, do you think that that fits the Lakers?
Yeah, it fits.
I'm just wondering on that side because Indianapolis loves to go up and down the court. Is that what the Lakers want to be able to do? Can they match that? I think it can, especially if LeBron can continue to fire from three the way that he's done in this game. Again, your leading scorers on that side, as Alec already mentioned, with Miles Turner, who also had 10 rebounds with 26. You had Toppin with 14, Brown with 10, but he was held to just 8 on 3 of 11 and 0 of 6 from deep. I think that that will definitely change. And on the other side, Damian Lillard did have 24, but they held Damian Lillard to 7 of 20.
And that, along with the fact that the Pacers, they've been rushing over on defense, perhaps some emphasis by Rick Carlisle on that, limiting the Bucks, especially with their bench players. Because if we check the box score, all of Marshawn Beauchamp, Cam Payne, and Bobby Portis combined for just 13 points.
Yeah, that's not going to be good enough, regardless of the two stars you have in Lillard and Tentakumbo, to be able to get the job done against the Pacers. Because as we've already seen, they showed you the balanced scoring that they can do, and they've continued to do it throughout the tournament. They have just one more team to beat, and that's the LA Lakers right now. LA still got 7:58 left to go in the fourth, but this game looks to be over. As you're looking at Steve Smith, Julius Erving, some of the other celebrities are also out there tonight. Everybody's enjoying the Lakers right now.
Yeah, they're all tuned in for such an amazing, well, if we could say scrimmage here by the Lakers, this is what Lake Show has been showing throughout this in-season tournament, that they can lock down any opponents. And what they see, the Suns gave them a run for their money, but the Lakers, they proved themselves to be the best team in the tournament, in and throughout. It doesn't matter the opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can say the word amazing, Alec. You just say it amazing on one side. It's been an amazing performance for the LA Lakers. They've kind of showcased everything they can do. And Christian Wood, he does finally see time on the court. And it's amazing to me. I know that we talked about it a little bit yesterday in the Knicks between the Mavericks, the Rockets, and the Pistons, that I feel like Christian Wood's, I wouldn't say fallen off a cliff as far as an NBA player, but he's fallen out of the rotation, that's for sure.
It feels like he's being underutilized by Darvin Ham. You want to get him more as a rim guy for offensive rebounds and to finish shots on over at layups or dunks. Because I feel, the same way as you are. He's just falling off the rotation, and he needs to be utilized more and more.
Yeah, because he's got a guy that can rebound, he can knock down a three-point shot and play a little defense when he's at his best. As we're going to be getting some free throws here. Looks like Max Christie will be at the line. Again, 7:22 left to go in the fourth, and his first free throw attempt did not look very convincing.
Well, it didn't look for the most part. I want to see the NHL update. The Flyers look like they're running away over the Coyotes. 4-1 they lead. Travis Konecny scored twice. Cam York and Joe Farabee also scored. Lawson crosses Arizona's only goal.
When you think about Travis Konecny and Cam Atkinson and Sean Couturier, boy, has that certainly turned the organization around when you have good players who are just healthy.
And when fully healthy, Philadelphia can strike. Whether it be Konecny, Couturier, I would say Kevin Hayes, but they wanted to free up a roster spot for Morgan Frost,
as they're trying to get that done with John Tortorella's squad. Jackson Hayes gets an easy dunk. Again, a 40-point lead returned for the Los Angeles Lakers. Fifth straight game versus the Pelicans when they've scored 120-plus points. They love this matchup, Alec.
And one that plays much to their advantage. Feels like an all-around. It feels like watching a smash mouth offense in football.
Yeah, there's literally nothing as Jalen Hood-Schifino will go to the line. I hope I said that correctly, as he's going to go ahead and try to make two of these. And the Lakers, if he does at least make one, go back up by 41, as that's a good cut. And for Zeller, he looks like he has the same lateral quickness as I do.
But for Hood-Schifino, welcome to the in-season tournament, rookie. You're getting your first minutes on here. And for you, Hood-Schifino, getting some meaningful reps. But even though it's a big lead, it is meaningful for the rookie's development.
Yeah, you want to be able to see that. Again, some people call it unaffectionately garbage time, but it's not for the end of rotation players, really. This is a chance for them to be able to shine and get some minutes and protect everything else for the Stars. So it's meaningful on all sides. As this is flipped up in the air. Good rebound there for Jackson Hayes. Nice pass out in front, and a almost block from behind. And are they going to call this a basket is the question. I think we might get offensive interference.
I love it when players do this, hanging on to the rim. But, offensive interference, well, even though it doesn't matter much, this offensive goaltending.
Have I ever... Go ahead, Alec.
The Lakers are running away with just so much that we get a laugh out of this offensive goaltend from Max Lewis. I mean, I don't blame him. You're up by this much. You don't need it. You really don't need to take a bucket, but man, I'm pretty sure LeBron and AD are having themselves a little laugh here.
So a fast break opportunity is just what happened. Maxwell Lewis is out in front. He blows the dunk with one hand. He takes his left hand and lays it up back in as he's hanging onto the rim. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
No, we haven't, John. It's good that we have a little laugh out of this because, we need something like this in our basketball games. Something that can keep us upright, even if there's a little blowout, and this is what provided exactly that.
Christian Wood, pocket pass, a little extra one there. Good block there for the Pelicans, but this stays safe. 3-point opportunity locked and loaded for the Lakers. They'll miss. As the Pelicans try to push up a fast break, Hawkins too strong off the front of the rim, and now the Lakers with the purple and gold have it again. This would be Schifino. Got it now. Get the screen from Wood. At least thought about it. Here's a pass for Wood inside, and he lays it in. As the Lakers go back up by 41, it's been their largest lead of the game, and I don't see very many happy faces on the other side for the Pelicans, Alec.
With everything that's on the court, I want to focus on something off the court onto the bench.
Sure.
I wonder what LeBron and AD are watching right now. Perhaps one of those RDC World videos.
They're watching something on YouTube, and they're having a good time right now. They're not even focused on this game because this one is all but over. And as we said with LeBron's scoring lines and what Anthony Davis has done, they've carried all the heavy lifting here, so they can just enjoy their time in Vegas all the way at least through Saturday, as this is stolen. Be another opportunity for the Lakers, and they'll slow it down with Max Christie and pick it back up now. As the Lakers will get a screen. Good work there from Jackson Hayes. Christie floated from 10. And the Lakers up by 43 or 41.
In the meantime, as this game is going on, I want to give a little shout out to Cooper Hopkins as his Calgary Flames have scored 3 unanswered on the Carolina Hurricanes. They lead 3-2, courtesy of a Blake Coleman shorthanded goal.
Man, if we get to the end of that one and that one goes to OT, I might have to flip this one over. But mercifully, we got 4 more minutes left. Lob opportunity for Lewis. If he would have threw it to himself again, then he would have finished it.
Well, you can argue that. After all, this looks like a scrimmage match at the end, and we can say this for many times as we're having it. We're having as much fun as Kevin Harlan, Candace Parker, and Doc Rivers are having.
I think so, Alec. This has been a lot of fun covering this with you. I would imagine we would have got one of these games at some point because honestly, in between the first couple that we've covered here in the in-season tournament, I can't really remember a basketball games being as close as they've been. This one had just got away.
It feels like we were due for one of these
Yeah.
types of games.
It certainly feels that way. Cody Zeller, he makes the first one, gets another opportunity here. If he makes this one, he's going to average about what he averages on the season, 2 points. As this is picked up now, and it's 126-87. The Lakers absolutely steamrolling the Pelicans, and they're going to be having a date with the Indiana Pacers about 8:30 Eastern Time on Saturday against ABC. As it's but Shafino sent back the other way. This will be missed by Hayes. Rebound opportunity for Wood, and there it is for Christian Wood. My only question is, when is he going to see more time on the court?
I have the same question that you do, John. It feels that the Lakers, they're underutilizing him and relegating him to the third unit. They need him to see more and more action against the Pacers if they want to get more scoring opportunities. He's more of an offensive player, if we're being honest here. And that's what he's known for during his time between Houston and Dallas, and spicing up the offense. They need him running the second unit off of the front court.
So Lewis will make the pass across, and this gets taken away. Jackson Hayes with good defense. Bounce pass. Try to lob this one again. They really want to get an opportunity for Maxwell Lewis to finish one at the rim. Willie Green's going to take a timeout. I think you're going to see him at the roulette table in about 5 minutes. Let's go to break.
And a good time for us to discuss some more hockey right now.
Go ahead. What do you got for me?
So between Minnesota and Vancouver, in the second half of the second period, Vancouver's the only goal from Niels Hoglander, and the Devils up 1-0. And the first intermission, their only goal from Andre Palat. We get another final score. Winnipeg beats Colorado 4-2 after an empty netter from Kyle Connor. He has scored for 32 seconds into the second period. It goes from Adam Lowry, Connor twice, and Josh Morrissey. Dave McKinnon and Joel Kiviranta for Colorado.
I know you mentioned the Canucks score in the Wild, and I'm looking at this. I want to make sure I get this correct, so I'm going to ask you because you're the encyclopedia. Since John Hines has taken over, is Minnesota undefeated?
This may be an interesting point because sometimes when you have these turnaround, yes, he is undefeated, 4-0. We're just wondering how and why, because we feel like Dean Evanson's firing was a scapegoat move, and I'm not sure if John Hines was the right replacement. Even though it's 4 games, it's still a small sample size.
It is, but again, it's good to see because the Minnesota Wild, we talk about them being a playoff team, and they needed to be able to answer, and they've definitely done so. Again, Alec did mention this with the Calgary Flames about them making a comeback here. Well, Sebastian Aho now has got the latest unassisted, ties it up at 3. Dustin Wolf gets the start in the net for the Flames, 26 out of 29. And on the other side, Peter Kochetkov, 23 out of 26 for Carolina.
We need this more for Carolina down the road. They're 14-10-1, second in the Metro. But even though they're second in the Metro, they're well behind the Rangers for first place. In fact, the Rangers, they may be running away with this division at this current moment. Coach Chetkov, he's got 23 of 26. Though we saw a mixed bag from him all throughout last season. He had that electric start that got him that 4-year deal, but he's been molded as he is, a mixed bag. We need more consistency from Coach Chetkov if he were to be their guy moving down the road.
Because last year, almost around this time, and it was a little bit in January when Kochetkov was called up with some of the injuries, he had a couple shutouts during a couple of the games. He had a goals against that was, I think, 0.7. I mean, he was absolutely ridiculous, but you're right. If Peter Kochetkov is going to be the guy for Carolina when they need some fits and starts there from Freddie Anderson, I hope he does come back healthy. And Antti Ranta, he's got to be consistent if he's going to see playing time.
And we need more of that consistency if we were to see him further down and into the Hurricanes' plans in the future. He's in the first year of his 4-year deal at $2 million a year. We all talk about Freddie Anderson and Antti Ranta as the goaltending tandem for them, and they are. So if they're not, then what else are you going to turn to? We may be seeing a little longer for Carolina before they have Jan and Perez in their plan.
Yeah, and again, when you see him on the Quinnipiac side, he pretty much owned Michigan on that side and it covered that. And it made me a little sad as Jordan Hawkins is the one that knocks it down. I'll monitor this Calgary Carolina situation because now I see it says 3-2 again. We'll see if that stands as it's Max Christie. I probably will flip over on that side before we end up closing out the cast, though, because I want to see something competitive. I mean, I went through the absolute roller coaster that was the Red Wings game into a blowout in the Lakers game, and now maybe another nail biter. So I'm not sure what to feel today.
That has been a long range of the emotional roller coaster.
Sure.
Up and down, up and down, and up and down.
So the Lakers, they're in the final 2 minutes. Alec and I, we will join you again on Saturday for the tournament conclusion final, no matter what the scoreline is. But I will say this, in between the Lakers and the Pacers, I feel like it's going to be a good matchup, Alec. And I feel it's going to be a close enough game, as I said. The Pacers should be able to keep it within 10. But I even expect that maybe it even be closer than that, considering how well Tyrese Halliburton and company have been playing.
And Tyrese Halliburton and company, we've known a lot about this offense. They've been high-flying and all throughout. We can say that the Lakers, they're going to take this, but we're not going to count the Pacers out anymore. The Bucks game proved it. The Celtics game proved it. And if any other game doesn't prove it, I don't know what other game will.
No, I mean, they've done enough, as you said, between those teams that if they beat the Lakers, you and I wouldn't be surprised, correct?
Yeah, if they take down the Lakers, we shouldn't be surprised anymore. The in-season tournament has been getting filled with a lot of surprises, and we're expecting these surprises. And if throughout the rest of the way, then we're stop getting surprised at surprises now. But what's the next time around that we're going to see a surprise, in which we'll actually be surprised?
I think that's well said. Last win by 40-plus points was 2011 against the Cavaliers. And the Los Angeles Lakers, at this point, they could just take consecutive shot clock violations. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. It's a classy move here. At least I'm hoping that's what they'll do. As, man, oh man, if you would have told me going into this that LeBron James only had to play 3 quarters and Anthony Davis only had to play 3 quarters, and yet 30 points for LeBron on 9 of 12, 4 from deep, 8 of 8 from the line, and a plus 36. And Anthony Davis in 31 minutes, 16-15 with 2 steals and 2 blocks and a plus 35. I mean, that's exactly what you want. You get a long rest. You wait till Saturday. This was a perfect game for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Indeed, that is well said. A perfect game, and not much can be stated about how much of the defense and the offense they played amazingly. They executed to perfection. They need this going up against Indy.
So I am going to double check, but again, your final score 133-89. The Lakers open up a can on the Pelicans, and I am going to go ahead and close out my recorder officially, but I am going to stay here with you. You can back out if you want to, Alec, on that side if you need to go, but I am going to go ahead and maybe check the last of this Calgary Flames game if you want.
So, as it stands, the Flames lead 3-2 with 2 minutes left. Carolina has pulled their net. The last goal that Carolina scored, it was way off, by the way.
So Sebastian Aho must have been offsides or something that we got. And as Alex said, an empty net pull. My ESPN's loading right now, but I'm going to be jumping in about 15 seconds.
So here it is here with 1:38 to go. I'll be getting on the call here. 1:36 now. The Hurricanes at the near corner. Calgary tying up. Carolina on every turn. This is cleared. Is it going to go to the empty net? No, several feet to the left. Jacob Slavin will bring this back to Calgary's side. Yes, icing. 1:25 left. The clock is paused. And perhaps a timeout here by Ron Brind'Amour's team, I believe.
I think that's what we're going to get. You're about 12 seconds ahead of me on this side, so I'll go ahead and jump in when I can, but I think the Calgary Flames need to wear those blasty unis a little bit more. I like those.
Yeah, a good fur jersey. That's been looking nicely here for the Flames. They need to wear these more often. We saw this when they faced off against Johnny Gaudreau and the Columbus Blue Jackets in Johnny's revenge match. That penalty shot that went wide, but he did have two primary assists, both on the power play that time.
Yes, he did. And again, as the timeout's called, as you said, for Rod Brind'Amour's squad, the latest goal at 11:44 was Blake Coleman, shorthanded, his seventh from Igor Sharankovich at 11:44 in this game. Will Dustin Wolf get one of his first wins in the NHL? I don't know if it is his first, but it certainly would be counted on one hand. I think right now he is 0-1 on the season. This would be his first.
He's trying to preserve this one, looking for his first career NHL win, at least from what we believe. 85 seconds left. Flames win the draw. They score free on answer for Rasmus Anderson, Connor Zary, and Blake Coleman. Around the horn this goes. Flames trying to clear this out, which they do. And racing back to Sebastian Aho. The icing is waved out with 112. Pressuring his Mangiapane. Aho behind the empty net. And he'll start out in front. 1:05 to go here. And this come from behind attempt from Calgary. Sent in and picked up by Mackenzie Weegar. Final minute in regulation. Carolina going for the equalizer here after they were denied in the first time. This shot goes wide. Seth Jarvis gets this back for Brent Burns and across for Brady Shea. Down low in the far corner this goes to. And down low towards the net. Dustin Wolf gobbles it out with 42.5.
Man, oh man, that was pretty close there off a chance from the right side boards there for Brent Burns and company as that one goes just wide near the right post. As you said, Wolf holds on. Calgary, that would be a big win for them because Carolina hasn't looked very Carolina-like in this regular season so far, but make no mistake about it, I think they'll start to right the ship and get it going.
Yeah, they'll start to right the ship. And I'll be going to the Hurricanes game against the Washington Capitals on the 17th. Just a drive away from PNC Arena. Kings games here around the Triangle area are relatively accessible, but because of how successful the franchise has been, the prices are only going up. And when the prices are only going up, that's how successful the franchise has been. Shot from Shea gets blocked. He'll try again, but turns it over. Shea tried to keep it in. Brent Burns helps him out. Goes to Shea, but this goes around for the near boards with less than 30 seconds left. And back it goes from Jarvis and now back for Burns. Across for Natchez. Couldn't handle it, and now he does. Goes to the left point across for Burns again. Burns down low. Here's Shea with 15. Shea down low behind. But Jarvis out in front, and they missed the pass. They have to shoot with 10. Natchez mishandles it. Calgary can run out the clock here. Carolina picks up with 5. One last zone entry. Aho sends up 2 seconds. They need to shoot. They do not get the shot up. 0-0 has struck Dustin Wolf. Congratulations. That is his first career NHL victory.
Man, oh man, that's got to feel good for Wolf. You're wondering how the future Calgary Wrangler turned Calgary Flame is going to feel for that. That's great for the Calgary Flames. And honestly, I saw some of the interview the other day with Rod Brind'Amour. Weren't the Hurricanes down 5-0 to the Edmonton Oilers, and then they followed up with a comeback fashion against them, against the Flames? Rod Brind'Amour can't be very happy.
No. If I'm Rod Brind'Amour, I am not pleased. This Alberta road trip has gone every way wrong in basically any sense. Because those are 2 points that you can take on back-to-back nights.
Yeah.
The Oilers one was a stinker from the start. You let up 2 goals early, basically in the opening minute of play,
Yes.
and then you follow it up by allowing 3 unanswered at the hands of Calgary, who maybe seem to have found a groove under Ryan Huska. And I'm glad they have in establishing momentum throughout the rest of the season. But this has got to be a stinger for Carolina.
Yeah, as you said, though. Again, it's good that they found momentum, and just like we said with the Sharks and the Red Wings. It's good they have found momentum, but if you're certain teams, you expect to beat certain teams, correct? And that's exactly what the Carolina Hurricanes wanted to do, but they're not getting points in any of these games.
They're not. This could have been an easy 2 points because you're up 2-0 entering the third period, but then you allow 3 unanswered, the last of which being shorthanded. And whenever especially have a defensive core that consists of Jacob Slavin, Brent Burns, Brady Shea, Brett Pesci, Dimitri Orlov, Tony D'Angelo, and Jalen Chatfield, who gets slotted as the seventh defenseman time in and time out this season because he was normally utilized on the bottom pair. And if they were to utilize him, you would most likely see time as the seventh defenseman. But this forward core is too loaded to have a seventh defenseman on the ice.
I agree with you on that side. So we'll see if that can continue to change for Carolina because I think they need to get going here. Again, I'm not used to seeing the Hurricanes not look like themselves in the regular season. I imagine that's not going to continue. And I know when you go to the game and you get a chance to see Carolina against Washington, that'll be a good matchup in the Metro. I think Carolina will get those points, but I'm wondering if you're actually going to see Alex Ovechkin score a goal because he needs one too.
Yeah, he needs one. And even though I may be rooting for the Hurricanes on the 17th because the Hurricanes are my second team,
Sure.
I also want to root for Alex Ovechkin to break Gretzky's goal record. He's sitting at 827. I want to see him score on Carolina so that he can better his case. He only has 5 goals. It's about time he picks up the pace.
Absolutely. So, look, I know this game wasn't the most competitive in the world, but I still had a lot of fun, as always, Alec, covering this with you. And again, you close it out in the second and the fourth on this time tomorrow. I think we'll get a good one here between the Pacers and the Lakers. I know it's going to be more than it was for New Orleans and LA, but I will see you on Saturday. So have a good night, man.
And good night, John.
Well, knowing Progressive can protect your home, auto, and business should help you relax. Good. I could use a good night's sleep.
Me too. You know what? Your chimney sweep gets up every day.
Wait, is this all a dream?
Why would Jamie be in my dream? I am America's biggest person.
Debatable.
I said biggest.
Well, he's got you there.
This holiday season at PetSmart, buy 3 dog treats and get the 4th free. Plus, earn double the points on all holiday treats, toys, apparel, and more with PetSmart Treats Rewards.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back on the Saturday side. It looks like it's going to be Lakers, Pacers in the in-season tournament final. And then when we get in next week, it's going to be all hockey on that end as we get back to the normal schedule. I'll see you then. Peace.